Ethan Klein.
Okay.
If you want to have a conversation with me, I am available. I can talk to you about any number of different political disagreements that we have, except this time, I'm not going to be nice to you.
I would like to see it. Let's see you talk about the justification of Ukrainian death. Let's see you talk about the justification of Tibetans being murdered by China, the justification of Muslims inside of camps in China. Hasan's supposed to be the political guy. If Hasan gets dumpstered, that's it. And it would be very funny to see it happen because, again, Ethan gave Hasan a breath of new life into his content when he did Leftovers with him because Hasan was spiraling downwards at that point. It would be very poetic for Ethan to just kind of end Hasan.
You're handling in a grown-up way while he's having a toddler tantrum? Yeah, exactly.
Ethan's just a boy in a man's world, and Hasan is a man who loves to play with little boys. All right, guys, we're getting this party started. All right, it's Hasan time. Hasan responded to Ethan. We watched Ethan's content, Nuke. It was actually really good. I didn't realize how bad of a person Hasan was, and that's an interesting thing to say because he's not very good. So I'm excited for this. Well, I'm not really excited, but I'm just interested. I'm curious about Hasan's response. It's from, I guess he had one of his secondary channels posted or whatever. I don't know what it is. Ethan Klein has gone too far. Hasanabi reacts. Whoa! He's gone too far. He's gone too far, guys. Let's go.
Clearly, Ethan Klein, if you want to have a conversation with me, I am available. I can talk to you about any number of different political disagreements that we have, except this time, I'm not going to be f***ing nice to you.
Why didn't you just do this when he asked you to do this like a couple hundred times? This is what Ethan wanted in the first place. So, also, this is kind of cringe because Hasan got rolled multiple times by Ethan in conversations about politics. It was actually embarrassing for Hasan. I know that he's pretending that he's just not holding back. But when Hasan says that, he's not going to unleash some kind of incredible intellect. He's just going to be a dick and scream like a child. So...
Okay? I'm not going to treat you with kitty gloves. I'm not going to talk to you like you're a special boy.
He never did that. Here's the thing. That's what Hasan probably thinks. Hasan never liked Ethan. It was all a performative relationship because Hasan wanted somebody to platform him, right? And so that's how Hasan thought he was treating Ethan because he has very little patience for people. So it was all it was all really a spectacle to Hasan. What was actually happening, normal people interpret it as like, oh, that's like somebody you're friends with, so you're just kind of like being a nice person to them, and you're not being what they call in the nerd world bad faith, right? So that's just something I think people need to keep in mind, just to be clear.
Who deserves my special attention,
Okay.
and that you're so funny and so special.
Okay.
I hope, and I mean this with genuine sincerity and all sincerity, I hope this was like, I hope he got it out of his system. You know?
He's so condescending. I hope he got it out of his system. Okay. I hope that this isn't an hour and a half of Hasan just trying to downplay Ethan's very reasonable and destructive criticisms of him. Oh, I hope he got it out of his system. Oh, I hope he got that stomach bug out.
You know, I hope he got it out of his system.
Yep,
and instead of like clip-chimping everything that I'm saying right now and then posting it on his fucking stupid ass, silly little fucking drama show, okay? If Ethan...
The drama show, by the way, Hasan wanted to be part of that drama show. That's why he worked with Ethan. Because, and I people really need to keep in mind, at the time, Hasan was on his downturn. He was spiraling into irrelevancy based on, you know, of course, his own numbers. He was getting worse and worse. Fewer and fewer people were engaging and watching him. And then Ethan gave him a platform. And that's what really gave him a new audience and you know, breathed a new life into him. And so it's so funny when Hasan sits here and tries to criticize Ethan for these things, because Ethan is the reason Hasan has relevancy again. But okay.
Ethan wants to talk to me, he can talk to me.
He asked to talk to you in private a while back and you refused to do so.
Okay? He doesn't have to fucking constantly cry as a 50-year-old adult with 3 children.
Well, I think he's like 40, but like, what does that matter?
From behind an Instagram story, okay?
We made a whole video and he predicted how you would respond, which was not watch it and then pretend that it was bad. So
you can talk to me in person, big dog. You got my phone number. We can have a conversation on your stream. We can have a conversation on my stream.
Right, but you refuse to do all these things. And then, you know, why would he want it? Why? Like, I don't even think Ethan should do that. Like, Hasan wouldn't even stop his audience from relentlessly harassing Ethan after their conversation. Why would Ethan bother trying to do any of that with him? That makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever.
Last time, I had the baby gloves on, and you cried like a bitch after doing Teddy Fresh ads in the midst of our genocide coverage.
Okay.
Okay?
So why didn't you call it out then? Probably because you got a cut of those ads, huh?
That's right. And I'm not talking about the Leftovers episode where he actually cried. That was a beautiful moment, and I was actually very wrong.
He had to correct himself because he looked like he didn't care. He forgot that he was pretending to care.
For thinking that actually meant something. It turned out it didn't mean shit for you at all. Okay? Because selfishly, you spent the next year constantly fucking ripping into, suspiciously, a lot of, not myself, but other people of color. I'm not calling myself a person of color. I know it's going to get clipped out of context here as well. And then you're going to be like, meh, meh, meh.
Ah, yes. Ah, yes. Sorry. Ethan's responses to people like Frogan mocking the death of Jewish people is him pulling a racism on people of color. Sorry. Just to be clear, every single person that is surrounded by Hasan is the whitest version of any ethnic group that ever exists. And also, according to far right-wingers, Jews aren't white. So right now, you know, if we're going to play super woke, I'm not even white. Because that's what far right-wingers, they distinguish Jews from white people, because they hate Jews so much. That's all this is. It's a performance piece right now. This is the only thing he's got left, is, there's a racism going on. Like, from who? Frogan? All these people are white as fuck. These people are like upper middle class and above born rich people who do absolutely nothing all day. What are you talking about? What the fuck?
Whatever. No, just noticing that you have just been going after a lot of people of color.
Like who?
Arabs, Muslims in general, just
like who? Who has he been going after?
Constantly fucking talking about how scary they are. You know, why are they so scary?
What?
I don't know, because maybe you're an Islamophobic on.
When does he call Muslims scary? It's so funny because in Ethan's video where he criticized Hasan, he literally says that he understands that the Palestinian struggle is harder than the Israeli struggle. He literally says that in his video. All he said was that he wishes people like Hasan would speak more carefully because it's driving hate towards Israeli people. But somehow, Hasan has managed to interpret that into, Muslims are scary. What are you talking about? Coping so hard.
Who fucking retweets or basically tweets out Ben Shapiro quotes about Hamas.
Yeah, you're right. Ben Shapiro, the guy that Ethan said, you know, the joke he made about Ben Shapiro. You're right. He's aligning with that guy. So true, King.
Maybe that's the reason why people think you're fucking super pro-Israel, okay? Maybe that's why.
No, I don't think so. I think it's because you're a stupid fuck.
No fucking accountability, okay? No accountability whatsoever. Constantly pointing the finger at others.
I mean, I do agree with that, with what you're saying, Hasan. No accountability whatsoever, Hasan. No, none. Not a single bit.
Other people. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
It can't be me. It can't be the broad reception of my worldview. It cannot be the way that people understand where I'm coming from. Okay.
I understand it perfectly. Here's where Ethan Klein's coming from. Hey, Israel has the right to exist. They don't have the right to do anything that they want. Netanyahu is a war criminal who needs to be taken out and arrested, but we shouldn't hate Jews. Wow. What a hot take from Ethan Klein, huh? What a hot take. Oh, and we added the new one. Not even new, but we had the clarification that Ethan acknowledges that the Palestinian struggle is worse than the Israeli struggle, but we shouldn't. But we should still be somewhat sensitive to Israeli people, especially, and I'm going to add this, especially when you have no true identifier to the situation. Hasan isn't like a Palestinian person with a lot of emotional energy for Palestine. Just to be clear, he doesn't care about Palestine. He doesn't care about Muslims, which is why he runs defense for China genociding Muslims. He does not care. right? So when you talk about topics, when you don't have a huge emotional connection to them, it's your responsibility to speak more intelligently and more clearly about it with as little bias as possible. If you're an actual Palestinian person, not somebody from Michigan that looks like a thumb, and you're really hyped up about this, I understand that. Hasan's not that person. He doesn't have the right to steal and weaponize the frustrations of Palestinian people to hyper attack Ethan Klein, especially when he knows what Ethan is trying to say. So he's just full of poop.
Okay, the way people have heard the same talking points over and over again from people who aren't genuinely deeply pro-Israel. Maybe that was the reason why people were saying that. No, it must be because of anti-Semitism. And it's like, it's not as though anti-Semitism isn't increasing. It is, okay? And it's something that I understand. It's something that many of these people that Ethan has falsely smeared as anti-Semitic understand. So especially at a time when there's motherfuckers like Nick Fuentes, Jake Shields, or numerous other like actually
the people that you sound more like than anyone else I've seen on the left.
Truly anti-Semitic monsters out there who are running rampant, hyper-focusing on people who are anti-Zionist and expressly and openly not anti-Semitic is certainly a choice. How good is the Japanese coffee? It's not that good. Also, we are going to be watching a real nuke. Ryan Beard made a nuke about Destiny, who, unlike myself, actually has real major issues, and yet it gets no coverage.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I'm not trying to be that guy, but wasn't there this whole thing about how Hasan went to like a brothel that got charged with like, you know, fucking minors being in there or something? Like, I don't understand. Why are we pretending that like that Hasan's probably not as bad as Destiny? Who are the people that has started in Destiny's community that have branched out? Let's see. Well, we got Destiny, and then you got Hasan, and then you got Vosh, the lolicon horse. Vosh is probably the least worst person out of the three, frankly, which is fucking insane. What are we talking about? Who else was like a branch with the community? Nick Fuentes, Sneeko, Fresh and Fit. Wow, what the fuck? What are we talking about? Like, are we pretending that Hasan's probably not like just as if not bad, if not worse? I don't know. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. I very highly doubt that. I'm gonna be a little skeptical of that one there. But okay, you're right. I think that this is just him going, see, this guy's worse. Probably, maybe, or maybe not. There's probably some fucked up shit going on here with Hasan. Frankly, I'm doubtful that Hasan's not doing some shit that we just don't know about. I don't know what to tell you.
Coverage whatsoever, obviously, because slop tubers.
Yeah, the brothel that he visited got raided, like Hasan is a gooner, and him pretending not to be one is insane. Yeah, exactly.
Also want to suck Destiny's cock.
Yeah, probably you did.
And do openly suck Destiny's cock, so it doesn't usually get much motion, unfortunately. Anyway, but Ethan Klein apologizes for platforming.
It got this whole situation with Destiny got emotion because of the people who usually run the fence for him are sick of his shit. I guess I'm one of them. So
Hassan Piker is a very funny take. Anyway, I didn't even post that I went live here. Okay.
Yeah, so the only reason he's bringing that up though is so that he gets to go see Destiny's worse though, guys. Right?
52 minutes in, I'm posting it now. I didn't even.
So are y'all Zionists or normal human beings? I don't really know what you mean by Zionist. So like just to be clear, different people are going to use Zionism differently. Most people, I would say, normal people are just like, hey, a Zionist is somebody. It really doesn't matter how you define it. I think Israel has a right to exist, but they don't have the right to do whatever they want. That's it. If you want to consider that Zionism, I don't care. Okay, that's literally it. My take is that you know, there needs to be a two-state solution with allies helping to maintain the border and reparations towards Palestine. If you think that's a Zionist, then like whatever, you're probably just stupid. Or you can hear using Zionist as like a slur, trying to like dog whistle as a slur. I have no idea. But there's the take.
Even post a blast off meme. So stupid. Yeah, I'll debate you anytime, anywhere. All right, Ethan? If you want. All right, Ethan?
Hey guys, I'm going to debate. By the way, this is, first of all, like I said before, Hasan's already got dumpstered by Ethan in a debate. That's number one. Number two, he only takes debates with people that he feels like he could beat. That's why he's like, he's not debating anybody of like any merit.
The assumption that I'm afraid of you is so idiotic, okay? Be honest with your fan base.
Yeah,
okay?
be honest, dude.
I'll talk to you anytime, any place. I'm done. I'm done with this nonsense. Like, these morons literally think I'm afraid of a dude who does not know anything about politics and basically just rehashed Willie Mac show and Destiny clips, dude. Like, these guys just literally go to Reddit.
Guys, I just got clipped on Reddit, guys. I got clipped on Reddit.
That's it. And they just repeat Reddit talking points over and
Reddit.
over and over again. It's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen.
My favorite was when Ethan showed how Hasan would cry for other people to moderate their chats so that they wouldn't be so mean to Hasan, and then Hasan wouldn't do the same thing for Ethan. That was funny.
Yeah, I saw Roman also popped off. Because, dude, if you are even remotely interested in politics, you're going to look at this and go, what the fuck are you saying? Incredible video to drop in the current political climate. Fascist takeover happening in the U.S. and tons of other places. And he drops a 2-hour video on the biggest threat to America is Hasan and communism. Lol.
It's so funny because Hasan is going to be like, oh, anytime someone criticizes me, well, you know, there's bigger issues going on right now.
I fully expect Ethan Klein to become an anti-woke grifter within the next 5 years.
I doubt it. I very highly doubt Ethan's going to become an anti-woke grifter. I'm telling you right now, it's just not going to happen. It's literally just not going to happen. One thing that Ethan does is that he surrounds himself with people who kind of disagree with him. So even if Ethan's brain started to go a little right wing, everybody around him is more left leaning than him. So they're not going to let him go that far, and he's not going to just fire people because he has some basic human empathy for these people. He's not going to make that mistake. He's not going to overcorrect. He already went through his overcorrection arc. You know, everybody that fucks up has. He's not going to end up doing that. I think Ethan is probably the most stable he is or ever will be. So this is just like, oh yeah, he's gonna be bad. Okay.
So H3 Issues vid on Hasan is deadass just red scare and McCarthyism. I actually haven't even seen anything more pathetic in my life. Bro trying to pander the last remnants of his right-wing fan base by going after lefty boogeyman streamer right after Trump win as well, and he's doing it also that people forget his controversial Israel takes. Incredible.
They're not really controversial. His Israel takes are super boring, to be honest with you.
That's what's so crazy, by the way. Which is that
crazy, by the way.
Like, there are a million different ways to try and hit me on, like, drama-related shit. Why the fuck would you try to do politics, man? You're so stupid.
Okay.
How narcissistic of you. How unimaginably narcissistic of you to think that you can, like, write this brilliant, political work. Like,
just to be clear, this is the same guy who justified Russians murdering, mass genociding Ukrainians because that's what Russia killed a bunch of Ukrainians through starvation and planted Russians, and then said, hey, this is our territory now, over decades. And then Hasan's like, yeah, that makes sense to me. This is the political genius, by the way. This is the left-wing political genius, according to Hasan. The unmatched political genius. He's never apologized for that take, by the way, which is very strange, but not really when you know who he is.
Stick to your lane, dude. What is wrong with you? You look like a clown to adults.
Damn,
okay, maybe not the cultish fans that have stayed behind.
Yeah. So listen, I'm going to be a little conservative here, and Hasan is a 30-something-year-old without like a meaningful relationship, and like it isn't married and doesn't have a kid. You know, so I'm like, I don't understand why you think that you're like the pinnacle of maturity in this instance. I don't really quite understand that. Like, what are you like? Oh, you're just a kid. Ethan is married with 3 kids. Like, he does drama, absolutely. And you could be like, that's immature. So do you. You do political drama all the time. You pretend because you talk about Israel, Palestine sometimes, that makes you like this really good person. But you talk about drama all the time. Like, that's your platform is political drama. Like, we can just go to Hasan's channel and we could just go like, oh, look, political drama, political drama. That's what we're going to do right now. You do the same thing. Hey, guys, this isn't drama. Hey, UFC fighter goes mask off. This is all drama. This is all political drama. A plane and a helicopter crashed. Yeah, okay, that's cool. That's a sad thing. A lot of this is drama. China's new AI tanked U.S. stock. Okay, what is Trump doing? Listen, this is what we all do. Drama, political drama. There's different ways. There's different things to talk about, and there's different ways to talk about it. This isn't Sam Seder going through a situation. This is Hasan drama lensing the fuck out of everything that he looks at. What are you talking about? You act like you're so much better than Ethan.
You know?
A lot of people are messaging me saying, Roman, how can you side with Hasan when, he has had terrible Ukraine takes? And I actually agree. I don't watch Hasan for his Ukraine takes. In fact, I don't watch him at all. But I do think he's a good force in today's world. You know what I mean? Like,
How is he a good force when he's running Russian propaganda? How does that make him a good force?
Once again, people are getting deported, Ethan. And you're dropping a 2-hour video on Hasan Piker saying that Hasan and communism is actually what's destroying America today, you know?
Yeah, you know what? In everybody's defense, Ethan probably shouldn't have memed on communism because that was clearly a sarcastic meme. But only us Jews would have gotten that because we're a superior intellect, I guess. I don't know. Obviously, Ethan should have kept in mind that like Hasan and his audience are very stupid, and they're going to grab onto that because they think that you're being like 100% serious. He was memeing on communism a little bit. Communism is bad, by the way. But yeah, okay, cool.
Like, please. If you're choosing between Hasan Piker, who, once again, talks about real issues and is like, in my opinion,
Dude, Hasan Piker justifies the murder of Ukrainian people. Why the fuck would you ever listen to him when it comes to any group? He also justifies the murder of Muslims in China in fucking camps. But you're going to sit here and you're going to go, he's a force for good because sometimes he said Palestine is good. He doesn't care about Palestinians. He doesn't care. What are you talking about?
once again, a good force in this world currently, from my point of view, from where I stand.
Where do you stand? In a fucking dumpster? What are you, stupid?
You know what I mean? Who actually talks about real issues, you know, like minorities face and so on. Ethan Klein, though, he just talks about like,
you know what? You want to know what?
Ethan Klein is so bad. Isn't that so crazy? He cut him off right after he didn't need him anymore. You know what's so crazy? Hasan wanted to be part of Ethan Klein's network so that he can gain. That guy fled Russia. That's funny. He wanted Ethan's audience. And like, how are you going to criticize Ethan for doing silly drama shit? But you worked with him. That was your whole point. You started working with him. Wait, so if he's so bad, why did you do that? Oh, because you're dumb as fucking dog shit.
What's crazy about this? Like, these guys, and this is what's so frustrating to me about, like, Ethan, I can't believe he's a part of this group now. But there are a lot of people online, like, what is his name? Like, Turkey Tom or something.
There
like,
you go.
One of those guys.
Hey, Turkey Tom.
Like, all these dudes that have been, you know, actually leaving Destiny's orbit now after suckling on his teat for maybe the past 3 years.
I think Turkey Tom has been like chill with Destiny for about like a year now.
Right?
Yeah, right. But like, how does that make them bad? Like, a lot of people are just like, oh, Destiny's too disgusting. Like, this is the last straw, and have decided to disconnect. Why does that make them bad people?
Willie Mac Show, all these slop tubers, right?
Slop tubers,
just
baby.
names that I never wanted to learn.
You actively had a conversation with Willie Mac. What are you talking about?
They have no interest in politics whatsoever. And to them, it's just another way to extend the algorithmic boost that they can get. That's what's so annoying about it.
Why are we listening to a fucking Ukrainian genocide denier?
Okay, that's what's so damn annoying about this process. Is just like for them, it's just all drama. Okay, it's all drama. Like,
you got it, boss.
Ukraine, drama. Palestine, drama. Okay,
you're the one who justified Ukrainians getting genocided by Russians. What are you talking about, dude? Are you fucking stupid?
What is this? I think Ethan just wants to defame you and for you to react by suing him. I'm not even gonna watch this video. And by the way, if I did, get great views overall. I'm not even going to dignify it. And you can say it's because I'm scared, okay? If you are literally the dumbest person in the United States of America, perhaps the entire
I don't think I could be that, man. You're still here.
Planet, okay? Then yes, you can think that. I am stating it very clearly. Ethan Klein, if you want to have a conversation with me, I am available. I can talk to you about any number of different political disagreements that we have, except this time, I'm not going to be nice to you.
Yeah, I would like to see it. Let's see it happen.
Okay, I'm not going to treat you with kitty gloves.
Let's see you talk about the justification of Ukrainian death. Let's see you talk about the justification of Tibetans being murdered by Chinese people. The justification of, what was the other one? Oh yeah, Muslims inside of camps in China getting murdered. Let's see you talk about all those things. I'd love to see Ethan talk about it. I mean, Ethan shouldn't give you the time of day, but like, yeah, let's see it. Because here's the thing: if Ethan loses that conversation, it's really no harm, no foul, right? Ethan isn't even a. He's really is more of like a drama YouTuber, right? Me too. Though Hasan did want to work with him clearly, so I don't know if Hasan can really use too much of that. But that's all he is, right? So even if Ethan lost, which he wouldn't, there's really no harm there. Hasan's supposed to be the political guy. Now, he's just a political drama guy. But he's supposed to be the political guy. So if Hasan gets dumpstered, that's it. And it would be very funny to see it happen because, again, Ethan gave Hasan back like a breath of new life into his content when he did leftovers with him because Hasan was spiraling downwards at that point. So it would be very, very poetic for Ethan to just kind of end Hasan in the way that he kind of gave him a boost again. Let's see it.
I'm not going to talk to you like you're a special boy who deserves my special attention and that you're so funny and so special. I'm going to talk to you in the same exact way that I would to an actual political content creator. If there is...
But you don't talk to actual political content creators. In fact, you run away from them as much as you possibly can.
A political commentator out there who was expressing your viewpoint about Israel, I'm going to talk to you in the same exact way that I would talk to them. Okay?
Okay.
So if you think that I'm afraid of you. Okay? I think you and I both know that that's not the case. I think you and I
Yeah, I mean, have you seen Hasan Half Squad? It's actually super intimidating.
both know that there's a reason why, despite the fact that you and I have very similar enemies, some of which you've turned into your friends.
Like who?
Even after they got, unfortunately they got out of the sex pest, but
Oh, well, I don't think he's friends with Destiny. Destiny's a disgusting fuck, so.
I think you and I both know that I didn't run away from Twitter, okay?
What does that mean?
I don't have to constantly go to subreddits and clip stuff from those subreddits to post on my Instagram page
Well, Twitter is worse than Reddit, no? What?
instead of hanging out with my fucking friends and family. Don't be a fucking idiot. Yeah. Don't try to fucking pull a Sam Seder on me. Guess you can't really do that
What?
with Destiny now, can you? Since
He's really just like talking about Destiny a lot, huh? That's just his whole thing is just, hey, Destiny. hey, Destiny, dude, Destiny.
he was outed as a fucking sex pest. It's got to sting a little bit.
I mean, Hasan, I just feel like you probably, I mean, again, Destiny is disgusting, irredeemable in my eyes. You went to like some fucking brothel that got raided for like underage girls being there. What you expect us to think you're not a sex pest too? Like, what? I don't understand. Everybody, what are you talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Hasan, Vosh, Destiny, those are like the Three Musketeers of sex pestery. What are you talking about, dude? What the fuck is he talking about? What?
That you're number one guy. You're number one guy. Oh no.
Okay.
That's my guy. That's my little guy. He's my favorite guy. Fuck him at this point. Debating him won't change his mind. I don't give a fuck about changing his mind.
Okay.
I did. Okay. I tried. I tried changing his mind.
Well, no, you just let your audience bully him and he got upset because, you're supposed to be his friend. That's what actually happened. You didn't really try to change his mind, but okay.
Maybe this time I'll bring Sam Seder. And you'll be the one saying, oh my God, Sam Seder, what a fucking nightmare. Because
are you criticizing him for like doing the whole Sam Seder thing to Steven Crowder? I'm not really understanding why you keep bring up Sam Seder. Is what?
You've been running away from him. Yeah, I wonder why Ethan Klein won't fucking talk to Sam Seder. In private correspondence, I told you, okay?
Why? Why does Ethan have to talk to your chosen Jew? Because that's what it is. Why does Ethan have to talk to your chosen Jewish guy? I don't understand. Why don't you talk to him? You keep saying it. You talk to him.
I said, hey, man, I know you don't respect me because he's claimed that I wasn't like talking to him at all. So I said, hey, I don't think you respect me at all. But you respect Sam Seder. You should talk to him. You should talk.
Well, you don't respect Ethan. That's why you guys aren't friends as well. You were never really his friend. You just pretended to be. But so, yeah, I mean, I don't know why you're talking about this whole like, oh, you don't respect me thing.
Talk to him about this issue. He has a lot of lived experience.
Okay.
And he said that was fucking anti-Semitic. Everything is anti-Semitic. Anyway.
So
I mean, you are anti-Semitic.
celebrity drama.
You're calling people like fucking like anti-Semitic slurs, like pig dog and shit like that. What are you talking about? You bring on literal terrorists onto your platform, and then you ask them their favorite anime instead of actually give them any meaningful pushback, and then you downplay their involvement with being terrorists. I don't really understand what leg you think you have to stand on here.
Or whatever. Like, fuck off, please. What it all comes down to is that I just don't believe that Ethan Klein, cares about any of these issues.
Yes, that's what's so fucking annoying about it. He doesn't.
So true. He does
not.
Dude. He doesn't.
He does not. That is what's
he doesn't. That's why I do though. I care about these issues. That's why when I talk about Palestinian Muslims getting killed by Israeli people, I go, that's bad. But when China does it, when they put them into death camps, I go, it's just for re-education. It's just for re-education, guys. Hey, guy, this is Hasan's take, by the way, just to be clear. Why the fuck would we ever think you care?
Imaginably annoying about this entire process. He doesn't give a single shred of a fuck about any of these issues.
Oh, God.
Okay? And it is literally ego. It's not even like a significant political disagreement, by the way. It's more so ego. Okay?
Yeah, it's so true.
That's what's so fucking frustrating. And that's what really makes me mad. About
so
all
mad,
of the
dude.
people that hyper focus on this shit.
So mad. I hate it when people hyper focus on me bringing terrorists on my stream and I'm playing terrorist propaganda music. It makes me so mad because like, who cares? It's just Israeli people. Like, who cares about them? That's what I'm hearing right now. Who cares about the Jews? That's exactly what I'm hearing. This is the same guy who ran from two men in a debate and then got folded while debating Willie Mack, and most of the time his debates turned into screaming matches. Yeah, well, that's what he means. That's what he means when he says, I'm going to take the kid gloves off. He's just going to start resorting to yelling and screaming like a bitch. Hasan doesn't really know what he's talking about. There's a reason why a fat fuck like me is somehow more informed on politics than Hasan, because he doesn't actually care about politics. He's a fucking moron. When he says he's going to take the kid gloves off, all he's going to do is start yelling at Ethan when he loses, and it's going to be very quickly because he's going to lose very quickly into the conversation. That's literally all that's going to happen.
It's just ego. It is a man who feels scorn. It is a man who bravely took the step online and became a more progressive person. That is the journey here. Okay? A person who had some reactionary takes, a person who openly said the N-word a million times over and numerous other slurs, saying, you know what, this is the old me. This is not the real me. Okay? I am going to become a better person. That is a person I will always admire, okay? It doesn't matter if his name is Ethan Klein, doesn't matter.
He's such a fucking slammy little fuck. He goes back and forth between completely lambasting Ethan and then pretending that he respects him, and he never did. He never respected Ethan. If he did, this would have never happened because he would have told his audience to stop being toxic towards Ethan when Ethan was expressing himself. He doesn't respect Ethan. He never did. He was always using Ethan to get himself back into like priority viewership.
No matter who that person is, I will always admire someone who has the dignity and the courage to openly say, I was wrong for doing this stuff.
Okay.
This is not who I am. Okay? Just understand. iDubbbz being a great example of that.
This is a fucking loser. Listen, let's just be absolutely real. All right, 10 years ago on the internet was a wild time. It was a wild time off the internet. People said slurs because they were fucking stupid. Okay, we said them on video games and people said them on YouTube. It's not good. Never should have happened, but it did happen. It's not good. It's not this massive, horrible, right-wing big deal that it used to be. Unfortunately, our society didn't care about things like the N-word to the point that they should have. Ethan was never a horrible, deplorable person. He just made stupid asshole jokes, and we as a society evolved rapidly, socially, very quickly, especially with COVID, and people are like, oh shit, we never really should have been saying this. Okay, but we don't have to sit here and pretend that Ethan was this like far right-wing fucking cum guzzler like person. He never was. And iDubbbz overcorrecting to the point where like somebody was like, hey, remember when you criticized, what was it, Jinx or something like that? When that guy would literally just watch people's videos and then just go, oh, and then the person was like, yeah, you only criticize him because he's black. And I was like, I know, you're so right. Everybody does the same thing now. Now maybe Hasan does. He typically just watches people's videos on his stream and occasionally pauses for some commentary every once in a while because he streams for 10 hours a day. But nobody's really doing that, and the people who are doing that get criticized and called out relentlessly. So, like, what are you talking about? Can we just stop pretending? Can we stop pretending Ethan was ever, like, this horrific guy that was, like, anywhere close to far right-wing adjacent? What are you talking about? The fuck out of here.
This, right? Yeah, you talking to E about D right now? I know, yeah, here.
They got your mans on sex assault charges. Yeah, the nigga you be hanging with.
Anyway, but yeah, after you cultivated a fairly progressive online fan base, you turned around and you had some opinions that you demonstrated that were directly at odds with said progressive
Not really.
fan base. And it's
Not really. The opinion that Israel has the right to exist, but they can't do whatever they want, and Netanyahu's a war criminal that needs to be jailed. That's an opinion that disagrees with a progressive fan base. Only fucking weirdos. Only a weirdo would disagree with Ethan's takes. Sorry.
instead of going, hey man, maybe I should really reconsider my output here. I wonder why a lot of these people are saying this.
Well, it's because he associated himself with you, somebody who actively admits to lying about your political positions so that you can try to lure young people into your beliefs. Oh, I'm a social democrat like Sweden. And you know he's not. He doesn't give a fuck about that. He's actually like a very left-leaning individual. Well, he pretends to be a more left-leaning individual. That's not. They were sitting there talking about this on like some fucking podcast about like lying about their position and to be more reasonable, and then just being much more fucking insane. And the position really is just anti-West, just to be clear.
In the most narcissistic ways possible. You just looked to blame others.
So
instead
true,
of saying,
King.
hey, maybe my output here, maybe my fucking output here
Hey, dude, maybe
is
my
the
output
reason
here.
why people are, reacting
Maybe
to
my output here.
reacting to what I'm saying in the way that they're reacting to it, you're like, nah, it must be something different.
Bro, the language they were using when talking about it did sound like groomer language. I'm not even gonna, like, not sexual grooming, but what they actually said was the Second Thought podcast. It was fucking insane what they were saying. I was like shocked by what they were saying. It was fucking wild.
Okay. You said you hid your power level to infiltrate his fan base and turn them against him. Guys clearly lost the plot. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he didn't say that. You said that.
That's such an insane take, man.
He showed you saying it. It's kind of tough for you to make that take. But.
No, dog. You actually made your fan base very progressive.
No, dog.
Okay. That's
No,
like
dog.
that's what I mean. I didn't. Yeah. Also, hid my power level is so funny. Here, yeah, hid my.
He used the word. This is, by the way, this is Hasan's words. Hasan used these words. It's not like Ethan made this up. Hasan used the term "hid my power level." I don't know what he's talking about.
Power level. You know who actually hid something? From what I understand.
Anne Frank. Remember when you compared her to an actual terrorist that attacks people on ships and denies them their ability to see their family? She hid herself. Right? And then you were like, oh, this 19-year-old Houthi who's a pirate and cosplaying as somebody doing anything meaningful. That's just like Anne Frank. Remember that one? That's incredible.
I didn't actually see this. I did not actually see this, but where is it? Hold on. This was on my subreddit. Where the fuck is it? I'm so ill prepared for this type of shit. I should just, like, if I wanted to do reactions, I should just do like a
Guys, I didn't see this. I'm going to go show you where I saw this, though.
edited one. You know what I mean? Instead of just like fucking doing this shit on stream, because then people just like clip whatever they want to and complain about it.
Your own people clipped it, so.
Just skip it. No, I saw Ethan talking about how I was like hiding my political opinions.
He was showing you saying it. Just to be clear.
Okay. All right. And
kind of
it's basically this. The entire quote unquote content nuke is
You're
this.
also kind of borderline teetering on what would most people say is
This isn't even in the video.
socialism, my guy. Like,
Wait, what? Let me tell you something about myself then. Yeah, I don't give a shit. Yeah, I don't think that the capitalist organization of the economy is adequate. We don't need to have that conversation. But
Why are we watching a clip that's not from Ethan's thing? Why are you addressing Ethan and showing a video of you having a jovial chat with DJ Academics who has inappropriate conversations with children and apparently raped a girl? Why is this your big win? This is your big W. Hey guys, I'm going to go on about how Destiny is a sex pest, and then I'm going to talk about Ethan, and I'm going to use a clip from me talking to DJ Academics, an actual fucking potential predator, when we're having a good, fun old little chat. That makes a lot of sense for you to show us. Okay, crazy stuff.
Yes.
no, there's no way you believe in that. Hey, listen, I'm one of the biggest pocket watchers ever known to man. Like, I've already summed you up in what you make. And I sum up rappers, I sum up entertainers. Look at my guy Kai. I just did a whole little rap sheet of his thing.
socialism is not a poverty cult. You don't have to be poor to be socialist, even though you can still advocate for those who are less fortunate than you.
You're also kind of borderline teetering on what
What is the point of this clip?
would most people say is socialism, my guy. Like,
Wait, what? Let me tell you something about myself then. Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
And what is this?
That's it? You went on about how Destiny's a sex pest, but you're not going to address the academics accusations? I really am so confused about what just happened here. I just need to like say it out loud again. He's been going on about how about Ethan is friends with Destiny, and Destiny was exposed as a sex pest, which is a bad thing. Which it is a bad thing. And then when talking about Ethan's coverage of him and Ethan showing us where Hasan says he literally hides his power level and his true opinions on politics to try to effectively groom young people into believing his political stance, he shows DJ Academics, who is in controversy right now for inappropriately talking to a 15-year-old boy and then also apparently having sexually assaulted a girl, but makes no commentary about that. But he definitely shows us a conversation that, again, was never in Ethan's video, where he's having a nice old chat with the guy. What brain? Whose brain are you using? Is that your own brain that made you think that information was smart?
Had a terrifying vision.
Not what that means.
Had I been duped? Was Hasan Me, a 40-year-old child, was duped by Hamas Parker. That's
How is Ethan the blackest person on the screen right now? You know, I should have said most ethnic, but it's okay. I'm a little ignorant.
Hasan groomed me, and I was a neurodivergent minor at the ripe age of 40.
Okay.
It's kind of funny to have it come out the same day as the JCP tour. Yeah, these people are also so fucking narcissistic. They like people that do slop.
The only people I've ever heard use the term narcissistic are people who are legitimate narcissists. So that's something that you guys should keep in mind, I think.
Shit. Okay, people that do slop shit are so goddamn narcissistic that they will unironically say stuff like, "Oh, well, he did that because of me" or something. It's like, no, man, I said stuff fucking weeks ago. All right, yeah,
okay,
bro. He said you hid your views the week you've been promoting talking to the JCP. Someone like, dude, look at my first interview. Okay, look at the first interview that I did with Ethan Klein. Okay, before I ever did the Leftovers podcast, we had an interview. Okay, please understand something. This is from many. Okay.
Oh, he's not going to play the rest of the Denims clip where she looks really stupid afterwards? Wait, hold on a second.
This is me. This is, I guess, a piece from his, I guess it's a piece from his video.
Yeah.
Okay. My hiding being a communist. Okay. I had a show on the Young Turks called Agitative Propaganda. Even in these clips, there is a fucking USSR Ushanka behind my head. Okay.
Was I being manipulated this whole time?
There is a bust. There is a what is it called? A Matrushka doll of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. That's Che Guevara. That is another USSR Ushanka behind.
Wait, so did he just show us less than a second of the clip, and he's going to talk about some kind of bust that he bought out of the? I don't understand what you think this is going to do for the context of his 1 hour and 40-something minute video.
My head. Okay.
Okay.
What the fuck are you saying? What?
He literally showed you saying that you actively downplay your beliefs to try to get more people on your side.
What the absolute fuck
That's crazy work,
are
brother.
you saying? Like, either you are being disingenuous and acting like there was something sinister.
Do you think everybody watches the backgrounds of your videos or something, or what you have in the background of your shit? I don't understand. What's the point here? That he didn't notice a bust of some fucking person? I don't get it.
But okay, and that there is something that is sinister about being a socialist anyway, which is a ridiculous position, by the way. I think like there's nothing sinister about being socialist. All right?
He didn't even say that. He said that you are sinister about lying about your perspective and your beliefs.
Ironically enough, the other person whose doll is behind my head, who has this artistic work behind me, depicting him as a punk rock guy, also calls himself a socialist. Just, you know, the person that I interviewed a couple weeks ago before I left for Japan. Now, the question that is on everyone's minds is like, there's two things here. There's two outcomes to this. Either you are the dumbest person on the planet and just like, whenever I described my political worldview.
This whole entire video is just Hasan calling Ethan dumb with absolutely no arguments. It's just him calling him dumb and then showing us clips that aren't from Ethan's video. Is that what you mean when you're going to take the kid gloves off? Or do you mean you're going to go to a brothel that doesn't get rated for trafficking children? I don't really know what he means by the kid gloves thing. You have a lot of kid gloves? Like, what's happening?
View just like went in from one ear and out the other. No bus stop in there, okay? No pit stops in there whatsoever. It was just like information coming in and out, okay? Nothing in there.
Information come.
Just an empty hallway, all right? And that you just did not, nothing in there. Just information coming in and out.
When he does this, he's looking for his community to be like silly and clip him and be like, haha, look, a silly moment from Hasan.
Coming in and out.
Silly moment.
You just did not retain anything that I told you. And you're like, I thought you were like a, you know, kind of progressive, vote blue no matter who type Democrat. What is going on?
Wow.
And if that's the case,
hey, more like vote poo no matter who. Am I right, guys? Am I right or am I right? By the way, the people in the chat asking when I'm going to drop the actual like content nuke video, it just got unrestricted. So after I'm done streaming,
then you have no business doing political commentary. Okay, because what the fuck are you saying? Like, what do you mean? Then you're just like ill-equipped to have this conversation. You've openly demonstrated that. He cropped him out of the video. No, he didn't. I mean, Che Guevara's still there.
So true, King.
But I'm sure he just like zoomed in or something in this one. Because isn't this from the video too?
I consider myself a liberal, but in the American political lexicon, I guess like I'm super liberal. That's what they, that's what Americans think liberalism is. Like the more left you are, the more liberal you are. Even though there is a genuine distinction between the leftist and the liberal, but. Yeah, I'm.
Wait, hold on. So this is an older video of Hasan when he's an adult. Does Hasan have a pirate software voice changer going on at all times too? Does he try to like vocally fry his voice or whatever? I mean, like, listen, right now my voice might be a little deeper than it usually is because I'm sick, which happens. But like, this sounds like a completely different person. This is his real voice? What is he using now then? His cosplay voice?
I'm progressive, I guess. That's the catch-all term.
I like progressive.
Yeah.
I mean, he has a lot of money. Maybe he got voice box surgery.
Who wouldn't want to be progressive? It's in the name. We're progressing.
Yeah, well, that's why like early stage classical liberals who like wanted to rebrand, like Dave Rubin, for example, who now are very openly on the right and like everyone knows it.
Okay.
They originally tried to say like they're the real progressives. And that the people who brand themselves as progressives, people like myself,
Flo is my real progressive. You get it?
They were actually regressive.
George Soros and Google. He wears jackets that say "bash fascist."
I'm sorry, I gotta stop again. What is wrong with hating fascists? I just don't understand that.
So true, King. Sorry, wasn't even in Ethan's thing. I don't understand what's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean, aren't we supposed to hate fascists?
Has a club in his hand.
We're supposed to hate fascists as Americans.
I know. I don't.
I'm not understanding. Why is he playing this clip as like nothing to do with anything?
Get it? And then they'll say like Antifa is the real
This is not in his content, Nuke.
Nothing that you showed us is in his content, Nuke. Why are you showing it to us?
Chatters. This is just our first ever on-camera conversation, okay? The reason why I suspect someone spliced these two things together is because they wanted to show how fraudulent and how idiotic this is, okay?
What?
For Ethan to be like, I was duped. I was groomed into believing radical politics by this big, scary man.
But that's the words you said. Here's what we'll do. Let me actually make this real easy for you guys, okay? Let me make it real easy for you guys. This is a great thing I could do here, right? So we got the video that's about to release very soon. By the time you're watching this as a video, I'll just play you the intro. I'll just play you the intro to this video. Okay, you guys ready?
It's time to stop being intimidated by these online overnight activists who couldn't even point to Gaza on a map before October 7th.
Doesn't know where Yemen is?
Oh my god.
Nope.
My favorite part.
Nope. Got it.
That's actually so funny.
The exact point of the so-called radicalization funnel where, for example, Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized.
Is this unironically Hasan and his friends talking about bringing kids into being anti-Western? I mean, we already know. Yeah, so now that's the intro. As you watch the full video, there's like 2 or 3 times as much footage where Hasan is part of the conversation and agreeing with them when he says like, yeah, basically downplay my position to get young people to agree with my take. That's in the video. That's the guy that they're talking to. Hasan is talking to them. He's like, yeah, that's what I do. I downplay my perspective. What are you talking about? Ethan's not making a claim. He's backing up every claim that he makes. Like, what are you talking about? It's fucking incredible. I don't understand what to tell you.
When even before we had a fucking podcast together, I never sheltered him from my true opinion. I even say it there. I'm like, I wouldn't consider myself a liberal, but in American politics, because people's false understanding of liberalism, they would say I'm a super liberal. Okay? So what's really interesting about this entire process, despite the fact that I have a literal fucking like Lenin bust behind me, a Che Guevara bust, and a USSR Ushanka behind me, okay, and also prominently display other famous leftist political figures, revolutionary political figures, and also Bernie Sanders, who is himself a socialist, okay?
So just to be clear, Bernie Sanders' perspective is, number one, the right perspective. And when I say right, I mean the correct one. And you're farther left than Bernie Sanders. That's the point he was making. Bernie Sanders really just believes in like universal health care and having a better tax structure to tax rich people. It's not really that progressive, frankly, compared to a lot of other countries that are more, happier than us. You're farther left than that. And when I say that, I mean, like, I think Hasan is like a legit communist that believes that just the, government leaders should have money and power and influence, because I could never see him actually giving it up. He's just a weird anti-West cosplayer. What is he talking about?
And go through the minutia and the process of explaining to him over and over again what my political worldview looks like. He just, I guess, either A, forgot what that conversation looked like and how that took place, or B, a second thing, and is cynically trying to present it as though I was secretly. Thoughts on Bernie and Hasan having a conversation? Did they have a conversation? I don't know. Here's my thoughts. That Bernie, even when Trump was like, Bernie is a clever guy, and when Trump won, the way that Bernie decided to try to like embrace a little bit of the populism is when Trump said we're going to take over Canada or whatever. Bernie's response was like, "Hey, let's take over their healthcare too," right? I can respect that. So like, yeah, Bernie will do what he has to do sometimes to get his message out there, whether it's to still criticize Trump, but to say something like that, a little silly, of like, hey, let's get that healthcare in there, or talk to an actual fucking moron like Hasan with influence. So I was secretly hiding the truth. Okay, I was secretly hiding the truth.
Real fascists. Okay, then still bashing the fascists in that circumstance is still good, no? Like, I don't get it.
I thought fascism was like the antithesis of everything America stood for.
Yeah.
But apparently it's supposed to be. Okay, I'll try not to pause, but it's just
It is fact. Kirk, they tasted the blood of 1.5 million Christian Armenians, and they'll taste man flesh again. What the fuck? If they have their way.
I think he said he thought you were a dem sock like him. First of all, he's not a democratic socialist. Ethan is barely a social democrat.
What?
Okay, what are you talking about? There's a distinction between democratic socialism.
All right, Hasan, give us your info dump on shit that doesn't matter. These stupid labels don't matter. It's info dumping so that Hasan can feel intelligent. That's it. Well, what is Ethan? Well, he's a democratic socialist. Ethan believes that there should be better taxes. There should be universal health care and a better tax structure for rich people so that they can't be billionaires, because we shouldn't have billionaires when we have homeless people. Who cares about the specific info dump of you being like, well, actually, like, what are you talking about? You don't sound smart when you info dump like a fucking idiot child. I don't understand.
In social democracy. Social democracy is pro-capitalist. I often openly state that in a place like the United States of America, it is a reactionary shithole where there's no class consciousness whatsoever, that where social democrats are seen as radicals in this country, okay, and they're still in line with improving.
God, the fucking info dump. Thank you so much, Hasan. You're so smart. I often say that in America, all you say is America is bad in every way that you possibly can, while justifying Muslims getting fucking slaughtered in China. So I don't understand why the fuck you're pretending. Like, why do we should we listen to anything that this moron says? I don't understand.
Improving the material conditions of the working class in the United States of America. Okay.
Oh, the working
class. You told Ethan multiple times that you wish you hid being a socialist. That's the other problem.
God,
that's
this is such a big problem.
I've told him before.
This
but that's not my problem.
This chatter said something. That is such a problem.
I'm sorry, man. If you don't understand the difference between a democratic socialist and a social democrat.
Oh, if you don't understand the difference between a democratic socialist and a social democrat. If you guys don't understand the difference between jet black and midnight black, then you're so fucking stupid. Oh, fuck, I know something, guys. I'm going to tell you that I know it. You're like an autistic person trying to explain trains to me. That's cool. Shut the fuck up. Okay, but at least autistic people actually know what they're talking about. So it's actually pretty cool when you hear an autistic person explain trains to you, because they know everything about trains. It's impressive, actually. When you do it, it's just fucking so tired and boring. Oh my God.
How the fuck is that my fault, dude? I've explained it before. Like, what are we doing here? Dude, I'm sorry.
Dude, what are we doing
in the
here?
year 2025? We're not doing that.
Dude, in the year 2025,
in the year 2025, we're not gonna let other people's misunderstandings become everybody else's problem.
Dude,
because that's ridiculous.
Dude,
turn your weapons in.
Dude,
I just jumped in, but didn't this all start because of Gaza? Seems like there were no problems. Yes, no, literally, that's it. People were ruthless to Ethan. Okay, it's true. They were. It's true. There were a shit ton of people that were saying some unhinged shit. All right, they were for a year. And there's also a real threat of rising anti-Semitism that's happening in that same time frame.
Okay, and
okay, but the problem is, like, while that was going to happen, because there's always a rise in anti-Semitism whenever Israel goes around and says they're killing children for Judaism falsely, right? Turning around and claiming that I'm the reason why all of these people were actively radicalized in the direction of anti-Semitism, mind you. When I spend so
that's not what he said originally. That's what he says now after he realizes that's what you do. Originally, it was your audience harassing him. Wait, so I'm sorry. He just acknowledged that that people were harassing Ethan relentlessly for a year. It was your audience doing it. All you had to say is, guys, you need to stop. Ethan isn't a bad person, even if you disagree with some of the things that he's saying. And you could have literally just been like, okay, I'm going to temporarily ban everybody that's being obnoxious. Hasan just half admitted that he's the problem. What the fuck? Dude, oh my God. This is insane. Like, this whole entire thing started because your audience was relentlessly harassing Ethan and telling him that he should be dead, and you did nothing to curb any of that, like, that violence in your community by just being like, guys, stop talking about this, or I'm going to ban you from the Discord or the Reddit. So you just admitted that he was in the wrong. Holy fuck. Oh my God. What a fucking moron.
So much fucking time combating anti-Semitism. So much time. Educating people on dog whistles, talking about historic fascism, talking about anti-Semitism as a canary in the coal mine of fascism. Like, that's what's so insane about it. It's like, especially coming from a person who knows me, you know what I mean? It's fucking ridiculous.
If you
okay.
Turd breath.
Turd breath.
This is so fucking boring.
Pecker.
What is he even saying?
Pecker.
Oh, he called him Pecker, but it's obviously Piker.
Yeah, it's not even like a Turkish sounding last name.
Yeah.
It's normally Pikar, but still, like, it's pretty funny that he's.
All right, thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. I'm saying thanks, Mom, because my mom sounds like that when she tries to pronounce things that she doesn't know how to either.
He's going out of his way to deliberately.
This is so boring.
Mispronounce it, which I love.
Yeah.
I love all of that. Great.
And are you?
He featured a Sneeko fan, anti-Semite stalking Ian, blamed it on you. Yeah, that fucking weirdo clout shark, dating coach, cryptocurrency guy that was fucking annoying us at the goddamn Palestinian encampment at UCLA. Okay, I spent most of my time.
How are you going to call that guy a Sneeko fan? He was your fan. That was your fan. What? What?
I'm avoiding that dude when he tried to be on camera when he found out how many fucking people were watching. Ethan, on the other hand, I think had him on his fucking stream. Why? Possibly to make a mockery of, like, the Palestinian cause by presenting some random fucking douchebag.
Ethan had that guy on his stream? I don't think that's just not true. What? That guy, like, what? what?
As, like, the formative pro-Palestinian voice. You know?
Wait, what the fuck are you talking about? Wait, Hasan's trying to make it seem like Ethan had that guy on to try to dunk on Palestine? Show us that. Since somebody show that to me where Ethan did that, I'll castrate myself. I don't understand. He did? What? Where he had him just to call in? And the guy made a fool of himself? What the fuck? How long ago was that?
You know? Remember when that fucking rando came up to us at the UCLA encampment and we avoided him the entire time? Noticeably uncomfortable?
Wait, sorry. So let me just be clear. Did he have him on to have a conversation about Israel-Palestine specifically? To make Palestine look bad? Or did he have him on because this guy's a fucking creep that fucking ransacked him while he was streaming? They just had him on and making fun of him. Okay, that makes more sense.
That he was just like...
it was to dunk on the guy for being creepy. Gotcha. So it had nothing to do with Israel-Palestine. He did it because that guy harassed him on the street. Okay, so Hasan's framing is obviously disingenuous. Gotcha.
Like, occupying space over and over again. What is this? Here's irrefutable proof that Ethan Klein is directly coordinating his messaging against Hasan with Destiny accused sex criminal in his community. Yeah, I mean, he does. Of course he does.
Bro, you just showed us you having a conversation with fucking DJ Academics in a jovial way without denouncing his disgusting, degenerate shit, so.
Look at this, dude. Destiny's like, thank God Ethan is, like, stupid enough to be fucking hyper-focused and hyper-fixated on Hasan when virtually everyone, Ethan included, would normally be talking about how Destiny is fucking sharing sex tapes unconsensually with random girls online that he wants to fuck. Okay? He's like, oh, thank God. There it is. Now, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, he's getting it from...
They don't even have a conversation about Israel-Palestine. Okay, great. Here's the debate with this guy.
Stay away from me.
Know what I'm saying? So it's like
I don't know who you're talking to. I think it's a beautiful mosque, and I'm very and I think it's a lovely place, and I'm glad that you guys are able to worship there.
you portray this image that you're not a Zionist, bro, and I know a Zionist when I'm speaking to.
Okay, so what about me, a Zionist?
The fact that you even like Israel, bro. The fact that you are pro-Israel, you have a little pro-Israel makes you a Zionist. You know, what that little tad bit makes you.
Oh yeah, this is Hasan's perspective. This is why he watches Hasan. So, yeah. Okay, cool. I very highly doubt he brought this guy on to try to make Palestine look bad, especially when, again, Ethan's take on Israel-Palestine is that Palestinians have more struggle than Israelis, that Netanyahu's a war criminal, but Israel should just be able to exist. So, I mean, it's kind of a tough take to try to make it seem like Ethan tries to dunk on Palestine, but okay.
Sex past in his community. Okay, here's a section of leftovers.
It doesn't have to be. Moving America to a purely socialistic society. Instead of, my thing is...
What is this? Why is H3 Productions using clearly doctored images? Vote for your favorite 2024 streamer, Rising Stars. I voted for Sen. Rising Star Award, 1227. This award goes to a streamer who had 1,000 viewers. Oh, this was they put Frogan on there as a meme because they're fucking freaks.
Well, because Frogan was like Rising Star twice in a row, which makes no sense because it's just as dumb as shit.
Was not nominated last year. Yeah, but now they got what they want instead of focusing on Epstein. You're succumbing to Ethan. Don't worry, I got that content nuke right here. What? Shouts out to Ryan Beard. Okay. Okay. As far as I understand, like, here's one of the few instances where someone who at least like has a decent understanding of YouTube drama and has like a political perspective has done this. Yeah.
So I just want people to understand this because I know Ryan doesn't like Hasan. I don't. So, okay. I obviously dislikes Destiny more, but he doesn't even like Hasan. I'm pretty sure he actively dislikes Hasan. He thinks that he's a fucking asshole. So, cool beans, guys.
I didn't even finish this Roman clip.
I've debated on watching that video. I just don't know if I want to do any more Destiny stuff. I really genuinely dislike the guy. So,
or China, Xinjiang, the Uyghurs or whatever. He's just using these, clips of Hasan saying disagreeable shit to essentially be like, look at this, communist, leftist, very bad.
You know what's really funny about it?
The really funny about it is that he was trying to put on like a mocking voice, but it sounds like his regular voice. So,
as well, specifically as it pertains to like Xinjiang or even Ukraine. Okay. These are nuanced geopolitical subjects, okay? These are nuanced conversations about American foreign policy or American foreign adversaries engaging in ruthless politics, right? And I very openly criticize these things. I very openly criticize them. But you clip it, okay?
Oh,
you can clip it in a way to be like, no, he loves it. He loves the shit. He hates the Uyghurs, okay? He hates the Uyghurs. Apparently, he was also talking about how like there is no Associated Press article. The one I was talking about, like he was like, there's no Associated Press article about the re-education camps that definitely existed in Xinjiang were shut down. And it's like, dude, like that's literally bare minimum. Okay, that is bare minimum research. Like, look at this.
He literally showed us that there is still a problem today with those camps, and you downplayed the issue.
Tourism, Xinjiang eases his grip, but fear remains. This is bare fucking minimum research, dude. You couldn't just Google it. You couldn't just Google it. You just went, you turned around and you said, oh my God.
Dude, you can't even watch. You don't even know what you're saying right now. You're saying somebody told you that something existed in the video. It means that you're either lying and watch the video, or you're just talking without actually knowing what you're talking about.
Why so scared? Do I look scared? What are you talking about? You won't watch the video, brother? Instead of demanding I watch the video, demand Ethan talk to me in person, okay? Because if you think I'm fearful of Ethan,
what do you mean in person? I thought that you said you would do it on a stream.
Klein and his political prowess, okay. I'm here to tell you I'm not, okay? Go tell Ethan to have a conversation with me, okay? Just watch the video. Just watch the video. Why can't he have a conversation with me? Why? Is it perhaps easier to clip things that I'm saying out of context in my reaction? Yeah. Is that why?
I'm actually falling asleep to this video. This is horrible. This is so fucking boring.
So that he can shelter his audience? Is that the reason why? Or is it because he's actually fucking afraid? Because I think it's the second thing.
Yeah, you're so right, dude.
It's like he was too scared to talk to Sam Seder in private. How does no one in Ethan's fan base ask these questions? Just an hour plus of you talking out of context and purposely misconstruing you to give him some moral high ground? So you admit you are afraid to watch the video out of fear of being clipped? No, I've already given my responses. But dude, don't you think it's better to have a conversation directly? I thought you guys love debate. What's happening? Are you admitting to fucking clipping shit out of context specifically to smear? What? You think this is a fucking own? That's insane. Dude is in here like, hey, I'm here to clip-chimp you. Can you please react to the video so I can, clip-chimp it instead of, debating Ethan? Why are you admitting to that? That's what you said you were afraid of? I'm not afraid of.
This is why fucking Hasan videos, like people keep making Hasan videos and I like stopped watching them. I'm obviously going to watch the Ethan one because it's better. But Hasan is so boring. He's so stupid. He's just such a dumb, boring person that nobody should listen to. It's the same thing over and over again, and his audience like falls for it. He gets criticized meaningfully because he has bad takes constantly. This is why he justifies the Ukrainians getting fucking massacred. And then he goes on about how everybody just like clips him out of context. And the only people that really like his message are young people whose fucking moms ask him to clean their room, and they go, "No, I don't want to do that. I shouldn't have to clean my room. I need a maid." Because all of his fans are a bunch of fucking annoying rich kids that make too much money and complain all the time, that stayed home during COVID and have no fucking social skills. It's just like, oh my god, fucking listening to this guy makes me want to actually gouge my fucking everything out. I wish that somebody would steal all 5 of my senses. I mean, I can actually I could taste shit when I listen to Hasan talk. It's so boring. I hate it so much. It's a miserable experience. This is a genuinely miserable experience listening to this fucking video. It makes me just so... It makes me so... I hate it. I need to talk to a therapist. They're gonna put me on a 5150 because I'm watching this.
Yeah, big dog. Let me tell you, I'm saying there's a more productive way to handle this. So if you think I'm like afraid, why wouldn't I be? I'd be running away from having a conversation with Ethan on this. Okay. Because they get banned if they do. His chat is very curated. No, I know. This motherfucker clip shit and wants to see it on stream. Trust I can smell that loser. Oh yeah, yeah. Linus Tech
I'm already
tips.
kind of regretting the poop storm that is going to envelop.
Yeah, I don't know if Hasan. I don't know what Hasan's political leanings are. Oh wait, here's a Linus Tech Tips video from fucking 2021. Hasan groomed me. He scared me with his radical politics. Anyway, if I was afraid, don't you think I would run away and not want to talk to Ethan? I like that he has hugboxed at least enough people in his community into legitimately believing that I'm afraid. I'm afraid of having this conversation with him directly. So I'm telling you right now, okay? I'm not. I will have this conversation with Ethan directly. I hate that I had to do this. I found the first time that fan came onto your stream. Oh, here it is. Yeah, there it is. He had no idea what was going on. He just wanted to shout out his channel. He later on asked you twice for an interview, but you say no. He keeps asking if you're a communist. Clearly not an actual fan. If the most clips are out of context, couldn't watching it, add the context. Dude wants me to watch the video more than he wants me to debate Ethan. I don't understand.
Oh, no, we're just streaming. The guy, normally the answer would be yes, but he's busy right now.
What are you guys doing?
We're just streaming.
Oh, live stream? Yeah. Good. Twitter, bro, you guys on Twitter? Yeah. So you get viral there sometimes or no? Sure. I'm just like, I'm credit too, bro. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, my big fan, dude. Look at, to go into a debate about something, you should first watch the content, right? Or do you go into blind every debate? I go in blind. You want to know why? That's how fucking confident I am.
Because he's lazy. He's confident. Dude, he got rolled by Willie Mack. Willie Mack's a smart guy, but like, you're supposed to be the politics guy. I don't really understand.
In my worldview and in my knowledge in the space, okay? Also, I'm not going in blind. Let's be.
I think that Hasan just knows his audience is stupid and they won't question anything.
Real. It's the exact same things I've addressed a million times over. So it's not new nor unique. Having said that, however, this is a very interesting thing, okay? This is a very interesting thing that I've seen from people where they go, oh, dude, why don't you watch the video? Okay, why wouldn't you want me to just like debate the issues if the issues are related to me? You think I don't know the subject matter very well? I'm the fucking subject matter. What is happening? Yeah, he can just argue the points in the video if he wants to, directly to my face, and we can have a conversation about that as well. You would think if you're wrong, you would expose yourself going wrong. Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
Doesn't seem like this guy's a big fucking Hasan head, even though he was presented as such, weirdly enough. Okay? All right. Hasan duping an elderly 40-year-old. Yeah, I mean, the funniest part about a lot of this is that like you can just straight up watch any number of different conversations that me and Ethan have had in this time frame and recognize that and recognize that there is, holy fuck, my brain is so fried. A list of his lies if you want. The list of lies made by Ethan Klein. Ethan claims communism is on the rise, from Elon Nazi saluting at Trump's inauguration to the AfD in Germany. Communism is clearly not on the rise. Hasan never introduced himself as a social democrat. Hasan talked about education programs, not re-education camps. Hasan never runs full defense of China, especially regarding the treatment of the Uyghurs. Ethan shares an edited clip that cuts out where Hasan explains that he cannot control his chat from calling Ethan a racist for saying racist things. Yeah, that's another one of these fucking annoying little parts about this back and forth and this drama, which is that like the conversation I had with Ethan ended with me saying, Ethan, there's only so much I can do to control the narrative in your favor if you keep saying things that people are going to, people are going to interpret as you being pro-Israel. And it's not because...
So, sorry, just to be clear, when he says people are going to interpret as you being pro-Israel, what that means is that you're admitting that he's not actually saying things that you would consider too pro-Israel. So the fact that you won't go to bat for him shows that you're a dishonest piece of shit that is okay with your audience harassing your supposed friend and being violent and anti-Semitic. Okay. Cool stuff, man. You got us with that one. Maybe you should be more careful about the words that you use if you're gonna try to like push these fucking dumb narratives, because obviously you can't keep it together every moment. It's hard to remember what to say when you lie all the time.
It's not because you're Jewish. And even though, to be fair, I'm sure there are plenty of people who are like, oh, he's Jewish, and they suspect you of being pro-Israel and are deeply anti-Semitic, right? Having said that, there are plenty of people
like your audience,
your fan base, who aren't anti-Semitic, who also absolutely made up their own minds after listening to the way you talk about Gaza. He cuts out.
What does he talk about Gaza? That he thinks that's full of victims that are being killed by war criminal Netanyahu. What is bad about the way that he talks about Gaza?
Continuously, there's only so much I can do, and leaves out. If you continue to say things like this, people are going to think you believe them and get mad at you. Yeah. Shows a random clip of someone being anti-Semitic claims Hasan does not care about Israelis because of his lack of reaction. Hasan never justifies sexual violence. He routinely says that sexual violence likely occurred during October 7th and regularly cites the UN investigation that had one credible documented instance of sexual violence. He says that sexual violence that may have happened on October 7th is not a justification for genocide. Hasan never said that Israel should let Hamas enter Israel unrestrained. Dude, it's, for the record, easiest like 500,000 view video of your life if you just like look at all of the clips that Ethan used and go on Twitch, go to the VOD, and extend the clip by like 30 seconds. And just be like, this is the full context. Here he is responding to a chatter. Actually, this is not his opinion. This is clearly something that he's responding to that he's reading in chat.
So why wouldn't you just do it? Why don't you pay somebody to do that if that's true? Because it's not true. He just says these things because his audience eats it up.
Okay, or this video was clipped to make it seem like Hasan is advocating for this position.
If this was true, he would just pay somebody to actually correct the context for him. He wouldn't. He's not going to do that because what he's saying is a lie, and he knows that it's a lie.
When it's actually the exact opposite position he's advocating for. It's like a lot of these guys. My buddy wanted to watch this dumbass video to snark, knowing damn well Ethan's a liar. Like these people just want drama. That's not. That's it. Genuinely, no people watch this Nuke. I know. The only part about that, the frustrating though, is that there are well-intentioned people that are duped in this process. There are well-intentioned people that will get duped in this process. People who are just like kind-hearted liberals who are probably open-minded to the way I see the world, and if given the opportunity, would recognize that the things that I advocate for, they also agree to, right? But they'll see this video and go, "Oh, this guy's a dangerous like terrorist lover who loves terrorism. He wants to."
Yes, because you bring terrorists on your stream. I don't really understand what the hot take there is.
Do terrorism. For example, the fan clip. Literally 1 second later, he asks you for an interview, and you walk away because the vibes are off. Yeah, it's just like really silly stuff like this. Okay. Anyway, I looked up a video on YouTube yesterday and posted a comment breaking down your interaction with timestamps, the dating and money guy, but you were definitely uncomfortable trying to walk away from the dating and money guy. Yeah. What is this? There's only so much I can do in terms of like stopping the fucking flow of.
Well, yeah, the point was that was your fan being a fucking weirdo, but you also hate him because, you don't really like to be bothered with your fans who, share your perspectives apparently.
Criticism coming your way when you present yourself a certain way to the broader audience and you don't actually show the audience like what the full. If you just want to have a debater combo, then why did you ignore his messages? Basement dwelling gremlin. Wait, what? Dude, what are you saying, brother? What are you saying, big dog? The last message I sent to him, he did not respond to. Okay? He chose to just like publicly spiral out of control in a way that like virtually everyone with the
because you don't care about what he's saying. That's literally it.
Exception of the bottom feeding drama lovers, the bottom feeding drama perverts can recognize. Actually, you probably recognize it too. You just want to extend the crash out because you don't actually care about Ethan and his well-being either. Okay? That isn't what Ethan's saying. Can you please prove
Ethan's well-being? I think Ethan's probably in the best place that he's been in a long time. So yeah.
That he did. He admitted it. Okay. This proved Ethan's malicious lie. He did. He openly admitted that when I texted him about talking to Sam Seder, he said that it was actually anti-Semitic of me to suggest that. Ethan himself openly admitted that. Why don't you go? Why?
I wouldn't doubt that because you're saying talk to the corrected Jew to get the correct perspective that you should have. Yeah, of course he's going to say that. That's it. Like, yeah, there might be anti-Semitism there. You're telling Ethan that, like, his opinion that was formulated from, your audience harassing him relentlessly for having a very normal take and being anti-Semitic towards him. You instead of you apologizing and trying to corral your community to not be so hateful, you're like, oh, go talk to this Jew. He's my token Jew. Like, I don't understand. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Yeah.
Why is it that none of you guys actually give a fuck about anything? Prove to me.
This would be like if I was using the N-word. And there's a black guy that's like, hey, that's really wrong. And I said, oh, go talk to my black friend. Go talk to the black friend that lets me do it. You guys think that might be a little racist? Oh. This is just a more evolved and advanced form of, hey, but I have a black friend. Hey, but I have a Jew friend that says that what I'm saying is okay. Hey, I have a Jewish friend that says this is okay to say. Hey, this is the same thing.
Ethan lied now. Yeah, he's like, please show your text message. Anyway. Is it me or has he become just a locality of people? Yes.
Hey, I have a black friend.
They're using him like a fucking fleshlight, dude.
So true, dude.
There's not a single dissenting voice.
The Mater fleshlight. Looks like Mater.
With his fucking straight up radical, anti-American, anti-Semitic, fucking pro-China, pro-Russia, pro-terrorism takes. This is fringe, psychotic shit that is not normal.
So this is not from Ethan's video.
And is the only acceptable voice on Twitch. Explain that to me. How is there not one dissenting voice in that entire platform?
What's so funny about this whole thing is like Hasan feels very superior here. But when Ethan started complaining about this in just kind of like a random Ethan Klein video, not even an H3 video or not even an H3 podcast video, Twitch got hit with like a miniature adpocalypse. So like, what do you think is going to happen now? You guys want to pretend that Ethan has no influence. What do you think is going to happen now? This is just going to continue to go harder and harder. Oh, it's little Jit. Sorry, brother. I don't understand. Like you act like it's not going to have an impact.
Nobody. There's
Yeah, the lamest thing that people can do is when they fucking hit the like this person is a commie shit and just like let it sit on its own. It's incredibly silly. Just being like,
I mean, not really. The problem is calling people a communist is that fucking moron right wingers will say that about like normal takes, like Bernie Sanders' take. But like communism is stupid and bad, right? Like we understand that you shouldn't give too much power to the government, and you shouldn't give too much power to the not government, to individual people. There needs to be a really solid balance of power between the two. That's why. That's why, like, what is it? Fucking Scandinavian countries do so well because they have a nice balance of power between, like, you know, the private enterprises, but then also the government. It has like a really nice ebb and flow, so that like not one side doesn't get too powerful and too controlling. That's why pure capitalism and pure communism is stupid. That's why social programs are better. So that's the problem, is that when usually people be like, oh, you're just a communist, they're just idiot right wingers that are like pretending that everything is communist. But in general, communism is stupid and bad. So
like this person is a commie, and being a commie is bad. Okay, this person is a communist, and that's a bad thing, and you should be scared about that. That like I have no political opposition on Twitch is a funny one. Okay, you know, since Asmongold is currently the largest political content creator on this platform, and he disagrees with me vehemently on political issues.
Yeah, he's specifically referring to how Twitch gives you no pushback, like the actual enterprise of Twitch. You know, because the guy, Clancy loves you, or whatever the fuck his idiot name is. Okay. While I am no psychiatrist, the way Hasan handled the chat situation when Ethan was crying screams was it psychopathy or psychopathy? I don't know. To me, you don't treat your friends you truly care about that way, kind of like Destiny. That part is funny and probably true. Yeah, that's the reason they were friends at a certain point.
Isn't that the world that you wanted, Ethan? After all, since you constantly cried about me being anti-Semitic and trying to get me banned before the election, I actually was blacklisted on Twitch. Okay, I was famously on election night when I had 314,000 people on my broadcast watching in real time. I was actually blacklisted, so people had to directly click on my link or click on my my Twitch page to find me. I was not being shown to people that were just going on the platform for the first time on election night. You know who else? You know who was though? Asmongold. That's right.
I don't know what you're talking about. You even admit that like the allegations that Twitch loves you too much is never going to go away. They called you and said happy birthday. The owner of Twitch called you and said happy birthday to you. I don't know what you're talking about. Like, what is he talking about? This blacklist? You're telling me that there was 300,000 people watching your election broadcast, but you were suppressed?
Asmongold was being served to every single new Twitch viewer that was coming on the platform as the premier political broadcaster. And since then, he has grown.
Well, that's not good because Asmongold and Hasan are both stupid fucks. But you know what? Asmongold, not as bad as Hasan. I think that there's still hope for Asmongold. He's just a little bit fucking brain rotted. Hasan is an active, malicious piece of shit. That's the difference between the two of them.
Tremendously. And it's great for him. He was on the front page on election night. He was on the front page on election night, just like you wanted, Ethan. You said you wanted political opposition to me. Well,
wait. Okay, so if you were blacklisted in some capacity from new viewers seeing you, it's absolutely because you and your audience were being anti-Semitic, and Twitch had to respond to that because they were losing like actual ad revenue, so they had to do something about that. So
there was political opposition to me on election night, and every day since then, as a matter of fact.
If this is even real, because you can't even take what this guy has to say seriously.
So much so that Asmongold is a more popular content creator than me in general. He's always been, and now he is the largest political content creator on the platform. You know, so your wishes, bro. So mad it's not him. No, he wanted to pop off like Asmongold. Yeah, I don't think he wanted to pop off. So I don't know why Ethan is like constantly talking about how there's no political opposition to me. There is political opposition to me. Excuse you, a lot of
He's talking about the actual platform
issues. As a matter of fact, many content creators who previously were quote unquote.
That's true. I'm just I'm jealous that Asmon's better World of Warcraft than me. To be absolutely honest with you, I don't even think that he is. I don't play this game as seriously as I should or used to. But Asmongold has a career of being carried through the game by like everybody around him because he's been popular for a long time. I have not had that issue. Or that benefit, I guess. Like, do you think that it's easy to become good at a game when every good player is willing to give you all money, gold, and surround themselves with you and give you all the items and gear? I very highly doubt he's as good as me at this game. And I don't care. I'm not a gamer anymore. And I play games while I do content. But like, I had to work a real job for a long time, so like, I fell out of love with games like I used to love them. But you know,
apolitical are coming out. Okay, coming out and showcasing that maybe they're not so apolitical after all. A lot of people have found their courage to say their truth, to speak their piece, and it turns out that Ethan's wishes have been addressed. Thank God, which is now less anti-Semitic because they've uplifted more opposing political voices to someone like myself.
In America, communism.
In a brief moment,
there's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
In a brief moment, I'll be going to the Japanese Communist Party's headquarters. So we're on our way to the Communist Party right now.
This is so dumb.
something kind
It's brewing, not just in America. It's brewing in Japan as well.
I got a fucking poop brewing right now. It's just this fucking video is giving me poops. It's making me have the diarrhea in my pants.
That's because he wanted Epstein on the platform, but he's too much of a coward to say it directly. No, I know.
of scary.
What? Epstein? What?
Anyway.
What? Kind of scary.
Wait, where's the fucking video? In a brief moment. Oh, there it is. All right, we're gonna get into like the actual news in a second. I can't believe I never even finished this.
And he's just keeping the status quo alive, and making sure that we send 10 more billion to Israel. Just gotta be quiet about your support for it. I don't know, guys.
Yeah, this pretty much is this entire video is Hasan watching fan edits of him while complaining about Ethan Klein. It's definitely not super full of it himself on this one. Though.
Here, what is this?
Ethan Klein's content nuke about Hasan, and it is nearly 2 hours of McCarthyist drivel spewed by a man with seemingly an increasingly loose grip on reality of.
Yeah, the funniest part about this is that, like, even though this is obviously awfully sourced slop, okay, which basically rehashes the same fake drama that
true, King.
Redditors have mostly clipped out of context. Very dedicated Reddit community, comprised of a sex pestiny cult leader. Who has
yeah, it's coming from the guy who went to a brothel that was rated for fucking child shit. So yeah, you're so true, King. So true.
His own personal bone to pick with me, okay? Just watch videos that are people reacting to it. I am not going to watch the video. I will, however, talk to Ethan directly if he wants my attention that bad. I know that you want me to watch the video. I know that he really wants me to watch the video, but I'll just debate him. If he wants to have this conversation, we can have it, okay?
That's so true, King.
If you think that I'm afraid of Ethan's brilliant political perspectives, okay? Oh, and he said nobody knows where these guys are. Oh, yeah, they recently released the crew of the Seas cargo ship Galaxy Leader after the ceasefire was implemented. So the idea that nobody knows where these guys are is also silly. Once again, this is just such bad, like, it's slop. This is what slop is, okay? When you don't actually do your due diligence, when you don't fucking do your due diligence, and you literally just, like, stamp all of this nonsense that you found on fucking subreddits that are obviously geared in a very specific direction, and you just don't even fuck something. Like, this isn't meticulous research, dude. Okay? This is not meticulous research.
Bro, you don't even watch people's criticism videos of you, and then you try to debate them, and you get rolled by those people like Willie Max. I don't really know what you're talking about.
Not. Like, what are we doing? How is this like... Yeah, why do you have to watch a video of yourself when you said and did whatever you were supposed to watch? You don't understand. It's because these guys want to make clips. That's it. They want to make more clips. And, that's pretty much the reason. He did say directly, actually, in the video, he directly complains about Epstein being banned off Twitch and defends Dan Saltman. Yeah, which is also wild. I'll say this much, okay? As far as like the drama tubers in the Keemstar orbit.
So he doesn't complain. So when they say Epstein, they mean Destiny. Sorry, I didn't realize that. If Ethan wanted Destiny on, he would have had Destiny on. Destiny would have come on. So the whole argument is stupid. That's number one. Number two, he doesn't complain about Destiny being taken off the platform. He shows a clip of Destiny calling LGBTQ people like gross in some capacity, and shows that it's justifiable for him to get banned. But why wouldn't Hasan get banned for saying similar things? That's literally it. But okay.
One thing that they always thought was a sacred cow that they never touched was people's bags, right? Like going after people's advertisers. I guess all of that, fell apart when Dan Saltman and Epstein very clearly and deliberately created a Discord brigade server with the express purpose of going after every single advertiser that would that advertised on Twitch to create.
If you're gonna be bigoted, you deserve to lose your sponsors. I don't know what to tell you. I don't give a shit.
What they call the adpocalypse. And Ethan totally fucking add fuel to the flame. What happened? What happened to all of these people that used to do call outs on things like that? Okay. I thought YouTubers, even on the drama side, given their own personal interest in maintaining like some kind of parity here, all right, and create like a protective barrier for themselves, had this consistently held principle that you don't fucking constantly push for people's advertisers to get taken away, which I don't have any, which is why they didn't even fucking go after my advertisers. They just went after Twitch, right? And they lied about it. They lied about so many things, saying that Twitch is anti-Semitic. Okay? Yeah, here it is. Twitch never banned Israel.
No, Ethan literally talked about Team Search Deflection. I don't care. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. Okay, advertisers have the right to know if they're deciding to side with fucking anti-Semitism, and if they want to take their money away from that, then they can. Oh, whoa, what a crazy hot take. I'm shitting and coming and farting and pooping and pissing. Like what?
Israel, 95,000 new accounts were created, and Bloomberg News exposed Dan and Destiny for lying, but they covered it up and they deceived Ethan Klein. Here's r/YouTube drama. It's so crazy because there's like an entire Bloomberg article dedicated to this, which again, Ethan could read.
She should lose her job.
They were actively suppressing people in Israel's ability to make accounts. Those people would have had to use IPs to create a new account. But okay.
And either be suspended for a year or never be hired again. I just saw something. Okay. I understand what happened here.
The emails accused Twitch of suspending all Israeli accounts for a year. Claim the company debunked.
Back. Do you see what she did?
Well, like,
that's like that way outrageous. That's like journalistic malpractice. That's a fabricated quote.
I don't understand how this happens though. Like how does someone keep their job after doing this type of shit? Like the thing is, I sent this to the editor and I said this was incorrect and that I've never said this.
Okay. You're sure that your emails don't have the?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes. You can go to the site and click the button. It's been the same. Why would I ever say that they suspended Israeli users? I know that's not true. No one would ever say that. I've never said this, and they're saying that I have said this. I did. I sent an email to the editor, and I said I demanded a retraction or a correction on it. If they don't...
Does he live in your head rent-free? Who? Your mom? Careful, you get banned off X now.
Whoa, you got that guy, dude. Holy fuck.
A shrug. I'm a white male chatting.
Fuck it, I will sue him.
Oh, no, wait, hold on. Forget I deleted this part of the web.
Okay. Your fucking dumb email does say that. No way. Even more troubling. Twitch preview.
Delete this part of the VOD. Your email does say that. They sent like 100,000 mass botted emails to like virtually every platform that would listen with an abject lie. Okay? Yeah. They want you to react to the video so you can spend 5 hours on the back foot explaining how we clipped you out of context as opposed to you dealing with the claims face to face. Exactly. No, that's why they're like,
what are you talking about? If they lied, then why did fucking Dan Dingle respond with like, oh, sorry guys. He apologized for it. What are you talking about? Didn't he say it was an oopsie poopsie? What do you mean?
You want a video? When you watch a video, I'm like, bro, I'm the fucking subject matter of the video. He's the one who made the video. We literally used to have a podcast together. I'm sure if the fan base
and why'd that end, huh?
Thinks that I am terrified of Ethan and his political prowess, they would be excited at the prospect of Ethan Klein destroying me. Okay, I am mentally a baby. Okay, I have no understanding of politics. Ethan, on the other hand, can absolutely eviscerate me. All right, you are.
It's actually very true. You're so first self-aware moment you've ever had in your life.
The worst, bro. It's the Hamas supporter, Hamas #1 fan. You're the worst, bro. No one likes you, and everyone's going to turn on you. So this is a wild thing to say because like the 2 dudes that we're watching on screen right now have virtually destroyed their entire network of friends, and this is not the first time that Ethan has made content out of an immediate person that was in his life with an.
Just because Destiny's a fucking scumbag doesn't mean that Ethan's entire. This is the thing. Two pieces of shit hate each other. Wow, we've never seen that before, ever. What the fuck? Okay, well, I don't understand what you're saying. You and Destiny both like suck. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, there's a reason you were friends at some point. Let's be absolutely fucking real. All right.
Extended sequence of crash outs. I, on the other hand, have not done any of those things, and I'm still very much around all of the people that I love and admire.
You harass your friends into watching fucking actual like terrorist propaganda. So
crashing out, dog. No, me responding to these ridiculous claims is not the same. I think
suspended all Israeli accounts for a year without public acknowledgement or explanation. All right, well, never mind then. Oh my god. All right, we'll just turn that part of the VOD. Well, there it is.
Dude, how much of this do we have to watch? I'm doing a chat.
Yeah, let's just clip this part out of the VOD, please. Let's just delete this part out of the VOD. Bro, you sent like 100,000 emails, dude. What are you talking about? Bro, you deceive Ethan Klein by covering your eyes and saying you disappeared. Ethan spent so much time being a baby, he lost his concept of object permanence.
I'm sorry, but this is so boring. And he's literally just watching fan edits of himself and fucking coming and shitting his pants about Destiny. Like, what else is there to fucking watch?
By the way, do people notice when these people beat Ethan, Destiny, the stand characters talk about the band, they never mention Palestine, which has the same restrictions? It goes to show how much people in the West dehumanize those people and don't even recognize their existence. Can you clearly state, do you support Hamas or not? That's all I care about. I'm a lesser evil voter, chat. He knowingly lied by saying the Galaxy Leader wasn't Israeli owned. He screenshotted Wikipedia, which at the very top of the article mentions it's Israeli owned, except he scrolls down to the section where he repeats ownership information lacking reference to Israel. It's in all recent versions of the article. He knew it was Israeli owned and he lied about it as a gotcha. I don't think he did the research himself. I'm gonna keep it $1.50. You watch videos all day. Why are you stopping at this video? Because I have direct access to the person who made it.
Okay, so Ethan probably didn't do all the research himself. He hires people to do it. The people that he hires are more left-leaning than him, no? So, okay.
Video, and I think it would be much better to...
So it's either him or Dan.
Have this conversation in person. Don't you think that me reacting to another fucking 1 hour and 40-minute video would be infinitely less quote-unquote content if that's the only thing you care about than me directly talking to him? Also, it feels like you guys get really pressed that I'm not watching it. And that's the funniest thing. There's like this...
It's not. Nobody's pissed about it. It's just very predictable.
Thing that the Destiny community created called the Hasan method, right?
Okay.
They're like, oh, the Hasan method. Like, he's just like avoiding responsibility or whatever. I'm like, okay. Yeah, I'm not avoiding responsibility. I'm not running. I'm not ducking Ethan at all. I'll talk to him. Maybe I'll even have Sam Seder attend. Will you live stream Ethan combo? Yeah. No, of course. Yeah, I don't want to steal Ethan's labor by watching.
Property and migrate to the only place in the world that would
I can't believe you guys did not accept the moving on from this.
That is literally so far from reality. What are you talking about? The only place in the world that would accept them. You talking about America, bro? You talking about Canada? What are you talking about? The only place in the world that would accept them. How can you even say those lines seriously? That's crazy.
The irony of this whole situation.
That's insane. Why would you say that? What the fuck? You could say maybe the only place in the world where they are the dominant or were aspiring to be the dominant faction at that time they weren't.
Why is this? Why he has fucking Goku Naru videos sped up too? God damn it!
Of course. Yeah, I don't want to steal Ethan's labor by watching.
The property and migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was.
That is literally so far from reality. What are you talking about? The only place in the world that would accept them. You talking about America, bro? You talking about Canada? What are you talking about?
What?
The only place in the world that would accept them. How can you even say those lines seriously? That's crazy.
Israel. The irony of this whole situation.
That's insane. Why would you say that? What the fuck?
Oh, is Goku Naru stupid? I don't understand.
You could say maybe the only place in the world where they are the dominant or were aspiring to be the dominant faction at that time they weren't. No, I don't know. That's just insane. That's just literally wrong.
To leave their home.
What?
Homes, their lives, their property, and migrate to the only place in the world
wrong
that would accept them, which was Israel.
So we're talking about, okay. I just want to be clear. It depends on what time in history, but Ethan is talking about how a lot of Jews fled countries surrounding Israel to go to Israel because it was a safe haven. Nobody cared about the Jews in World War II. We didn't go to war with Germany because to save Jewish people. We went to war with Germany because we were attacked. And we're like, guess we got to step up. We were happily just selling weapons to people. Nobody cared about the Jews back then. Oh, come to America. What, America, where Jewish people weren't allowed in the traditional film industry? What are you talking about? Like nobody liked the Jews, so like Israel was going to be the safest place for the Jews back then. It's a revisionist history to like pretend. And that'd be like if I was like, yeah, guys, you want to know why black people are considered people in America? Because back then when they were slaves, we cared about them a lot as a country. So we're like, we should probably stop this. It had a lot more to do with, you know, crippling the South. What? I don't understand. What are you talking about? And also, even if America and Canada were accepting of Jewish people back then, I'm going to say it's probably a little easier to, you know, migrate from a Middle Eastern country to another Middle Eastern country than it is to cross the fucking water and get to America. I'm thinking one of those two things is a little easier. So I don't really know what the fuck this guy's talking about. He's a smart guy in general, but I don't know what the fuck he's saying. But okay. That's cool, man. Gotcha.
Not true. Irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence.
Oh, yeah. Also known as the fucking Nakba. Your latest Hasan improv video about this nuke that explains this is pretty accurate. I watched the nuke first, though.
What did they won the war? They won the war to declare its independence. What does that mean?
Oh, they were given Israel so that they can make a state after they were just 6 million. The Jews were just genocided by Nazi Germany. What does that mean? I think that's probably what it means. Or then once they were given land, other Middle Eastern countries kept attacking them and losing systematically, to the surprise of a lot of people in the area. What does that mean? I don't know, man. It means that things were fucked back then. I don't know what you want me to tell you. America blocked Jewish refugees from World War II. Is that actually true? Let me see. Let's see if that's true. Holy fuck. During World War II, the United States significantly blocked Jewish refugees attempting to escape Nazi Germany, most notably refusing entry to the ship St. Louis carrying nearly 1,000 Jewish passengers. Wait, guys. That's interesting context. I okay. This not a good look for this motherfucker over here, but okay.
What does that mean?
The Arab countries got super anti-Semitic.
I saw E say that Israel was an apartheid, deny it was an apartheid, it was an apartheid while watching a clip of him denying the apartheid, which he stopped early, all over the course of like a month. He just says whatever suits his argument. Yeah, I wonder what Israel's war of independence looked like. Did you notice he has your stream in the background? Yeah, I don't know why he like, is it like a haha, I'm like crazy, I've been obsessively tracking this man for the past
God, I hate this video.
couple of months, like as a joke? Or is it more so that like, you know, he actually is kind of losing it a little bit, and he just thought maybe he can make a joke about it, and therefore people would think, oh, he's just doing this as a joke.
This has to end before the German side of me does something to the Jewish side of me. This is killing me here.
I don't know.
Bro.
Okay.
What are you? Oh my god, I can't handle it. Is he really trying to make it seem like that's irrational? After those dumb fucking Arabs lost the war, they got super fucking butthurt about it and started expelling the Jews. Like, there's cause and effect, bro. Again, won the war. Yeah, okay, after the Israelis killed a massive amount of fucking Palestinians. Other predominantly Muslim countries.
What are you talking about? Israel was given that land, and then they had to defend themselves. I don't. There's no reason to even engage with this. What is this?
The people got pissed off, and they became unstable. Or other Jews across the world. Ethan's literally giving the arguments that makes the inception and the way.
It's funny because okay,
that the Israeli elites have been navigating. Basically, it confirms that the way that the Israeli elites have navigated have caused Jews around the world to be fucking prejudiced against. Anyway.
Against their own Jewish citizenry. That had nothing to do with Israel.
True.
I think him having your gameplay up is to say, but Hasan, how can you play games while there's a genocide? Yeah, that's like one of the grossest misrepresentations from that side, like the DDGers and Ethan and all these other fucking slop tubers, is the notion that I said like, oh, I can't have these conversations. There's an ongoing genocide. I know they like clip it. I guess they probably like clipped it in a way where it makes it seem like I'm saying like, oh, I'm too busy. No, the point I was making is that I think it's pathetic and incredibly selfish to make an ongoing genocide about your own personal feelings. Okay.
What?
I didn't say that you can't go out and have fun or anything like that, or that you're
an ongoing genocide about your personal. I'm so confused.
Every single moment of your day is supposed to be tasked with covering what's going on in Gaza. Make no mistake, Ethan has rarely covered what's going on in Gaza from the perspective that actually demonstrates empathy to the Palestinians, and has spent the overwhelming majority of his past 16 months of talking about Israel either 1, shitting on pro-Palestinian people, 2, shitting on pro-Palestinian activists, 3, minimizing the pro-Palestinian movement, 4, directly claiming that the pro-Palestinian movement is anti-Semitic, and saying all of the people who are pro-Palestinian.
This is nothing that he didn't say any of these things, but okay.
Palestinian are anti-Semitic as well. And
Ethan literally says that Palestinian people have more right to be upset than Israeli people. He just doesn't think that this should be able to be a dog whistle to hate on Jews, which Hasan uses it as. Okay.
Last but not least, using this ongoing atrocity, ongoing atrocity to talk about his own personal feelings and how he has been slighted by the entire world. Not a single moment has taken place where Ethan Klein has taken a deep breath, okay, and gone, maybe the reason why my otherwise very progressive fan base is yelling at me is not because of Hasan grooming them, okay, into radical politics of anti-Semitism, okay, and instead it's because of the things that I'm saying and the way that people are receiving the things that I'm saying, okay? A lot of Ethan's mania over the course of the past year was addressed before Leftovers officially ended. In that,
no, it wasn't.
That last conversation that we had on my stream, you can go back and watch that video, okay? That's it. He genuinely hates you, bro. I know he does. I wish him well regardless. I want him, for his own safety and for his own mental well-being, to fucking drop this. Not because I'm so fearful of the endless sea of attacks. This is but a mere blip on the sea of fuck Hasan content out there. History has a tendency to vindicate.
Not really. As much as people made I like Ethan, especially after this. I think he's got some balls. Some chutzpah, some people might say. One thing about Ethan, whether you like him or not, is he's very effective. Like I said, Ethan started a miniature Twitch adpocalypse. I mean, Ethan, won a fucking huge commentary lawsuit. Ethan seems to have he has quite a bit of pull, and he's not afraid to complain. That's really what it comes down to. In life, you'll learn that Karens get everything that they want. All right, Ethan's a little bit of a Karen, but he's right. Okay, just because a Karen is bitchy doesn't mean that she's right. Oh, my food was cold. What the fuck? Yeah, she's acting like an asshole when she says it, but is she wrong? Okay. I'm just saying, dude. Ethan's very effective, and I think Hasan knows that, and that's why he wants this to end, to be real.
Me? And it has on this issue.
Okay.
Ultimately,
Ethan growing up, dude, he's not even growing on me at this point. Are you kidding me? Once he did this whole fucking war against Twitch and showed that they're like super anti-Semitic, like I'm fucking all over Ethan. What are you talking about? I have never felt more Jewish in my entire life than during this whole Israel-Palestine conflict. All right, because people are just fucking so hateful of Jews. It's like impossible. Do you know how many times, especially if I criticize like somebody on the right, where they're like, "Oh, but he's Jewish." It's all over like my Instagram stuff. They're like, "Oh, but you're Jewish." It's like, okay, fuck, that's crazy. Yeah, so that's where I'm at, boy. That's where I'm at, brother.
Ultimately, I think it's not telling me he's liberated. Yeah, he's liberated. Ultimately, I think it creates this like weird environment in the eyes of so many different fan bases where they just go, I don't understand. Why do people not see how evil Hasan is? This is something that Sex Pest in his community has gone through as well. Some of them had a wake up call this last month when the entire Sex Pest stuff came out. I saw comments on the stream a lot where from members saying they were so sick of the shit and they're going to cancel memberships. I know. And I know that he's also completely removed entire subsects of his fan base that were saying like, hey, can we just not talk about this any longer? He makes it seem like you're saying I can't do anything else at all while there's a genocide happening. You literally made fun of you for going to Disney during genocide. Your point was never that you can't care about other things while genocide is happening. Your point was that when discussing Gaza specifically, you should focus on the genocide and not your own feelings being hurt. Exactly. No, that's it. I think that there are interesting conversations to be had surrounding Gaza, surrounding Israel. But you know what's not a very interesting conversation, in my opinion? An incredibly wealthy, spoiled man-child's own personal fucking feelings about how his own fan base now gets mad at him for his takes on Israel.
Okay, I mean, that's
that are damn near identical to some of the most reactionary pro-Israel takes I have heard.
What reactionary pro-Israel take is there out there saying that Netanyahu's a war criminal that should be arrested? Who is saying that? Who is saying that outside of like Ethan? He has the most normal take. Yeah, I hear a lot of reactionary pro-Israel takes talking about how Netanyahu needs to be he's a war criminal. Yeah, you see that a lot? Okay.
Okay. That's it.
Right.
That's it. Like having a conversation is so fucking insane. Yeah. You donated to the watch this video from November 10th, 2023 and see for yourself a month after October 7th. Okay. Virtually everything that we talked about, you're not objective about this. Yes, of course I'm biased. Okay. Because I am anti-genocide. That's it.
That is a sad fucking reality. But
also, I'm not being objective about what? Like weirdos that are falsely smearing me as like a radical anti-Semitic Islamist terrorist? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean objective? It's a video about me, dude. I'm the fucking subject matter.
To imply that that's of no fault to Israel is insane. Because again, the Israeli section, you're co-opting the Jewish identity in order to justify colonizing this region. So you should point your fucking eyes at the Israeli regime. But anyway, I'm not saying that other governments don't deserve criticism, but it's like there's a cause and effect.
Hi, what's up, Ryan? Yeah, I saw that he did a reaction to the video. Ryan, are you a big Hasan fan? Because I think he's under the impression that you like him a lot.
Hasan, you are supporting terrorists. You are one by proxy. You only say that because your religion is Muslim, and it makes you believe that. It's funny to me that you can't see both sides of the situation because you just want your sides to win. Hasan, you are supporting terrorists. You are one by proxy. Wonderful fan base that Ethan Klein has cultivated, by the way. But of course, Islamophobia is not seen as like an inappropriate thing, and dare I say, cherished as a viable political commentary in modern American political discourse. So no one will even bat an eye at the fucking kinds of statements that are coming out of this, coming out of this video.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. It's insane. Actually, like when I heard that, my fucking spine vibrated, bro. And I know that this is gonna be so intense because we have over an hour left, bro. Over an hour left, man. Holy fuck, I can't handle this. Honest God. The reason it pisses me off, bro. The reason it sincerely pisses me off is because we're so carelessly stomping into very fucking nuanced global conflicts throughout the last 100, 200 years.
Terrorist sympathizer confirmed on multiple instances. Had a terrorist on stream.
I mean, yeah, pretty nuanced topic. But then Okanara just said that the United States liked Jews a lot in World War II, even though they were turning away Jewish refugees. Like maybe neither of us should be having this conversation. I mean, frankly, we're all as qualified as Hasan, so I guess we could all have the conversation. So, but what the fuck are you talking about, man? The fuck?
Stream. I hope Trump's birthright citizenship reversal includes deporting Hasan. Cool, man.
That's funny.
You can't handle one another. Democrats come at you like this. What? Democrats come at me like this? What are you talking about? You might actually care, but I'm not sure. I'm not a fan of either anyone. The public's uneducated on the religious aspects of this. If you really think your streamer who you are is going to solve this problem, the real truth is just making money off of it. Like you told everyone, you might actually care, but I'm not sure. You can't handle one of the Democrats come at you like this. What? Okay. Now do you get to turn around and say Ethan is weaponizing his entire community to try and kill you for being Muslim? You shouldn't, but it's obvious how silly he is. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. The other person is bringing up really funny points. He's like, no, it's definitely about.
How do I understand what Gokunar was saying? Dude, I don't fucking know. I could hear what he was saying.
Oh, it's definitely about Islam and Judaism, for sure. For sure, man.
All in the service of owning Hasan. What a waste. What a fucking waste.
God.
I knew it, man. When drama started using political conflicts as a backdrop to justify drama, like conflicts between content creators. I knew we were in for some shit, but this is next level, bro. This is crazy, fucking
crazy, dude. So crazy.
Oh, by the way, it's February 1st, so tariffs have officially been imposed.
I was really frustrated that some leftists on Twitter started a fake narrative about my video that Ethan was trying to silence my video with his nuke. LOL. That's fucking. They were trying to do that. What the fuck? Is that what they were trying to do? That's crazy. That's so true, dude. Ethan was trying to silence. He was trying to silence your video with the Hasan nuke. Bro, fucking Hasan fans are insane.
Imposed on Mexico, Canada,
how the fuck
and China.
are there
JD Pondon strikes
two
again.
groups?
Yeah, I don't know who that content creator is, but it seems like that was a decent. Do you regret leftovers? No, not even one bit.
Imagine my Fabricated.
Of course not. Put him back on the map. What are you talking about? But I don't like Hasan or Destiny. Definitely Destiny less though. That's fair. I can understand that. You know, I choose not to. I choose not to decide to decipher between two demons, personally. But they're both pieces of shit. So I think they're both. I think there's a reason that they were friends at a certain point. And I think the reason they're not friends anymore is because the two of them are too self-centered and selfish and too about themselves. I think that's literally it. The both of them were just pretending to like each other for some kind of gain. I think Hasan for some kind of viewership gain in Destiny because he wanted to fuck Hasan, and then it ended. That's pretty much it. But I think that the two of them are, it's like they're Skeksis, and you know what I mean? One's a Skeksi, the other one's the other thing, but they're both pieces of shit, right? They're just very similar to each other. It's actually weird. One's just more attractive, so he's seen as less of a scumbag. But I think they're both pieces of shit that don't care about anybody outside of themselves.
The anti-black allegations against Hasan that literally kept me away from his content for so long were actually being leveraged by bitter Kamala Harris voters who were upset that man would not bend the knee to a genocidal girl boss. Now imagine how my
Yeah, well, you guys did really well voting in Trump because he definitely loves Palestine. Definitely a big Palestine supporter. When somebody says something like that, when somebody has an Israel-Palestine conversation and tries to pretend that Kamala Harris is some kind of genocide supporter when Trump literally gives zero fucks about Palestine, I know you're stupid and you don't care about Palestinian people. That's how I know, actually. It's fucking crazy. But okay.
flabbergasted intensified when I created a positive narrative around the aforementioned.
Yeah. This for the record is like a very commonplace opinion. This is why I always say, look, man, find out on your own. I'm live every single day. Okay. I'm live every single day. You can find out on your own.
Destiny's smarter than Hasan, though. LOL. But he's used the fact that he's smart to manipulate a lot of people, in my opinion. Maybe. But Hasan just yells and screams at people and calls them racist to try to get them. So, it's kind of like just two pieces of dog shit.
Whether I am this bad, evil person, this dangerous person, okay, that others are claiming. Don't get duped by the clips. God. Just watch on your own. That's why I saw this tweet that was going viral already before I even retweeted it. I spent like 5 years thinking Hasan was some horrible human and decided to watch a stream one day, and he dropped like 2 million minority group and then covered 3 ongoing problematic issues. I just think people hate him because he calls people idiots when he beefs with them. I promise you, it is not that hard to figure out what I'm about. I am perhaps a little too open about my political perspective. I think it is indecent to hide your biases. Okay, I am the first person to tell you what my.
It's funny because Ethan showed us him saying that he hides it to try to get people on his side, but okay.
Biases are. I believe that everyone has a political bias, and I think it's important to openly mention what your political biases are. That's why I say what I believe.
So smart, King.
I don't try to lie to you and make it seem like this is a neutral perspective. Many people do this instead. They say, "Oh, I'm coming at this from a position of neutrality."
So true, King.
What about you saying you water down your stance to get people in the door? Great question. It's called being a normal person. If I were to go into dialectical materialism with every random person, people would look at me like I'm the most autistic man on the planet. Okay, that's it. You might consider. By the way, where did you get that information from? Oh, that's right. I fucking revealed it. Further evidence that I am, once again.
You just spent like 10 minutes talking about how that's not true, and when Ethan made that claim, what are you talking about?
Honest to a fucking fault. That's it. It's not a secret. It's not a fucking secret. 90% of the time, my haters will literally act like they have uncovered the secret truth when it's something that I have voluntarily revealed. Okay? And then they just lie about it too. They just add like lies to it. Why are you hiding the thing you said yourself? Is it half of the time, that's what people are basically stating is like, well, I saw a clip of you openly admitting hiding this. And it's like, no, it's not only something that I openly mention all the time. It's something that I tell chatters as well. It's something that I tell chatters to do as well. Be fucking normal. Okay? Be normal. Be normal. Be normal. Be normal. When you talk to people, you don't have to immediately fucking dive into like theory or whatever. Okay? Find identifiable. This is, by the way, what I'm explaining to you is like a very easy to understand first principle of organizing in general. Okay? Talk to people about the pain that they're exhibiting, the pain that they're experiencing, and try to help them understand who is responsible for it. Okay? Move their attention away from these quote-unquote minority targets, marginalized targets, DEI, or any number of different nonsense that like Republicans point to in an effort to deflect away from the true vectors of pain, okay? And reorient their attention to the actual people that are causing harm in their lives. That's it. People act like the alt-right don't do this too. There's a difference. I openly state that I do this. And if you have no understanding of politics whatsoever, you will say, oh, well, that's the same as like Nick Fuentes hiding his power level. It's like, well, one, I'm not hiding my power level, okay? I'm openly stating what my politics are. And two, my politics do not need to be hid, okay? They don't have to be hidden because they're not bad. What are you going to do? Advocate against fucking socialization? Advocate against like the actual policies that I'm advocating for? Like the difference between someone like myself is at its logical conclusion, the way I view the world is more equitable for all people. I want to improve people's material conditions. There is no group of individuals in that vision that are harmed, okay? Nick Fuentes or fascist politics revolves around harming outgroups, okay? There's an in-group, out-group dynamic born out of some intractable quality, some intangible quality that can never change. You say except billionaires. I don't want billionaires to be murdered, dummy. I want them to no longer be billionaires. They can still be fucking rich. I want a better distribution of wealth and resources so that everyone has the opportunity to improve their material conditions. That is not a unique position at all. It's not. It's a very commonly.
I like the virtue signal to justify, you know, the anti-Semitism in his community. It's my favorite part. It's my favorite part. I mean, really, the Arab to Jew tier list really should have done it for everybody. Because if Hasan was actually an honest and decent person who he's sitting here talking about how he cares about people's feelings so much, so we'll just go into it. He could have just said, hey, you know what? I don't think that tier list was anti-Semitic, but I could definitely see why somebody would see that. And so I'm going to say that you guys shouldn't have done that even if you didn't intend for it to be anti-Semitic. But Hasan doesn't care about anything that he's talking about right now. At the very least, you should understand that he doesn't have this, he's not this massive reservoir of empathy like he's pretending to be, where he's like, you know what, I do care about people, blah, blah, blah. He doesn't give a fuck about anybody but himself. He doesn't care about dog whistling, and he doesn't understand how the optics of a situation could look when it comes to like anti-Semitism. He just cares about being right and being anti-Western. It's his entire mentality. It's his entire focus for everything. He's just a dishonest fuck. So
position, okay? Billionaires are not marginal. What the fuck are we doing here? Oh, the true marginalized in society are the people of wealth, the real POWs. Like what? Is that what we're doing? It's not actually like, you know, Guatemalan undocumented migrants. It's actually the people of wealth, the PO, literally a moderate left position, which goes to show how silly these attacks all are. That's it. But yeah, if you're feeling some type of way about the way that I've been presented, if your friends are feeling some type of way about the way I've been presented online, then, you know, get them to watch one video about any subject matter that they have.
If my friends watched Hasan videos unironically, then they're fucking losers, okay? I do it for work. It says okay, don't worry guys. I do it for work. But if I had people in the real world like, yeah, I love Hasan, I'd be like, oh, that's weird. And then I would just stop talking to them. Because why the fuck would you watch Hasan Piker? All right, you're better off watching fucking the Wonder Pups. I don't even know what that is. The Police Dogs or something. Something. You know what I'm talking about? Something fucking else. You're better off being a Disney adult. All right? That's less cringe than being a Hasan viewer.
Knowledge over and care about. And they will very quickly find out that they've been duped. The thing I will never understand, however, is that like, why would these guys get mad at people who have duped them? Right? Why don't they get mad at people who have lied to them? I don't understand it.
For leveraging his ability to fit squarely within neurocentric standards to bear a symbol of resistance, which overall makes symbols of resistance more socially acceptable, therefore this is a net good. And then a black person comments that actually
her makeup looks fucking horrible, by the way. I'm just saying, it looks fucking terrible. Sorry, I'm fucking part gay. All right, I jerk it to femboys, so I actually do know what good makeup looks like.
They're disappointed in me for uplifting someone who is so clearly anti-black. And when they were prompted to provide evidence, they said that apparently Hasan Piker leveraged his fan base to dogpile on a black woman. But the black woman was who? Candace fucking Owens. Y'all realize that's literally what Zionists do, right? You critique the state of Israel and they call you anti-Semitic. I've also, as a black person, been called anti-black because I criticize somebody's millionaire or billionaire black fave, whichever fave you're thinking of is the one I'm talking about. And unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go Dr. Umar on y'all because I can't fucking have y'all run around these streets making black people look fucking stupid like this. It's officially Black History Month, so now we have to call a spade and say that we see you, Negro liberals. Y'all are so aggressively not slick that it's actually embarrassing. You would cast aside the struggle of your ancestors and everything that your skin color is supposed to stand for to make a white man's dollar. This is behavior, and I'm not gonna have it. Nobody hates the fact that we can no longer trust what black people say just because they're black more than me. Back in the day when we were all in bondage, for the most part, we could trust each other because we knew that we were being subjugated to the same bullshit conditions.
Oh, he got up while he just got up and left and played her video on there. That's incredible. That's incredible. Did he pause it? This was supposed to
But
be
some of you
edited.
seem to have forgotten. So I'm here to remind you that as long as you engage in blue-eyed demonry, your invitation to the cookout will be revoked until further notice. In fact, I actually hope that you forget how your ancestors properly seasoned food so you can never experience joy in your life again. You do not deserve the title of God's chosen resistor. So to every Negro liberal out there, just know this diva rebukes you with the power of her ancestors. May your knife chip and shatter. And for the rest of y'all who want to see in writing how I eviscerate these fools, go to my Substack. New piece called Baby I Rebuke the Negro Liberal is out now. Happy Black History Month!
URL, what? From signed the terrorist, baby. Yeah, we're going to get to it. Hold on.
Wow. Nothing screams I love black content creators like getting up and letting a black content creator's video play while you go and you take a piss and get the chicken that your mommy made for you. So that was really cool.
This is the last thing I'm going to watch, and then we'll get to the news, and then we'll...
Hey guys, I'm really pro-black. I'm going to just literally steal a black content creator's content and let it play while I walk away, baby. That's incredible. I just literally farted in my pants.
Watch the real content nuke on Destiny.
Very, very weak grip on politics, especially foreign policy, and even Israel and Palestine. Now, Ethan always tries to hide behind the idea that he's pro-Palestinian because he's willing to condemn the settlements and Netanyahu, but he's...
That's a pretty big deal. Yeah.
Nothing more than a liberal Zionist. The video in of itself is proof. Why on earth are you engaging in the McCarthyist nonsense that has been deployed by Western governments to protect Israel, claiming that all of the people protesting against it are...
Thank you, Snappy Apples 5 for the 5 community of the subs.
What is he talking about?
Subs and Star Thrace for the 5 community of the subs. One other thing that I've seen is that a lot of people have been preying on my downfall in perpetuity for the past decade at this point in my professional media career, and they just keep saying I've fallen off now, and I feel like at this point they're just kind of they moved away from like wish casting, and they're just denying abject reality.
Okay.
It's the China is going to collapse any day now meme, but against a fucking content creator, I guess, which is crazy. Yeah, while you're preying on my downfall, I'm preying on my haters. Hopefully getting better. Phase up.
Evil terror sympathizers who want to destroy America and the West. The fact is that these people are sick of the horrifying violence that America and its little colonies like Israel inflict on people all over the world. And I think it bears mentioning, as bad empanada has.
Yeah, you influence a lot of creators outside the US. I started around the same time as you. Great.
By every single metric that Ethan uses to accuse people of being a terror sympathizer or even an active participant in it, his wife, Hila Klein, is undeniably a participant. She served in the Israeli military, openly...
Well, Hasan brings on terrorists onto his stream and like laughs at terrorist propaganda. What are you talking about?
He mentioned how she was bored of her desk job, so wanted to go into a raid into the Palestinian city of Ramallah. And by the way, in these raids, they just break into people's houses and arrest them late at night, terrorizing them and their families with weaponry. And this is actually the crux of the problem with Ethan's video. He is unwilling to see the connection between the behavior of Israelis like Hila, who serve in the Israeli military and maybe disagree with the settlement somewhat ideologically, but are in the West Bank protecting them. And throughout, Ethan whitewashes the crimes of Israel. He calls it a country of refugees and over again pushes this point of, oh, Israelis aren't all white colonizers. They're actually...
Well, it is a country of refugees. That doesn't mean that it hasn't evolved into something that weaponizes that to kill people, right? And that's what Netanyahu does. Israel is a country of refugees, and Netanyahu uses that fact to say, hey, that justifies us attacking other people indiscriminately and trying to take land over that we shouldn't be taking over and not engage in peaceful negotiations. Wow, it's almost like how Hasan pretends to like Muslim people and Palestinians to virtue signal to us about dumb shit all the time. Even though, again, he doesn't care about Muslims being murdered in China. So, yeah, just to be clear.
Half of them are Arab Jewish people from the Middle East. But this doesn't change anything. The Arab Jewish people were brought over as part of the Zionist project. In fact, they were only brought after the Second World War because there were not many Jewish people left in Europe because of the extermination that had occurred against them. And the reason it wasn't...
Yeah, and every country hated the Jews. Nobody liked them, even Arab countries. And then Jews in Arab countries were like, fuck, we got to get out of here. Let's go to the place that actually likes the Jews, because it's just Jews.
Done until after the Second World War is because Israel was a colonial project made up of Europeans, and you can literally read the opinions of their first leader, David Ben-Gurion, about the Mizrahi people. He did not like them at all. And this is because Israel was a racist settler colonial project that wanted nothing to do with the native and indigenous people of the Middle East, but rather, as Theodore Herzl put it, to form a rampart of Europe juxtaposed against barbarism. And the final point I'd like to make is that for someone who's ostensibly pro-Palestinian, Ethan spends his time demonizing Palestinians entirely as evil terrorists. He doesn't mention what motivates their resistance or what might lead them to actually target Israel. For example, take very early on in the video where Ethan says, oh, Israel's constantly at war with its neighbors. Why is it at war with its neighbors? Because it invades them over and over again. Take Lebanon in 1982. Israel launched...
I donated money to Hasan that one time. Does he talk about that?
Yeah, I'm sure that Israel does invade their neighbors, and their neighbors tried to invade them, especially when they were first constituted. It's a very complicated topic. So, I mean, hey, if you're sitting here saying that Israel is all bad, then you could sit here and talk about how everything that they ever do is wrong and bad. I'm sure that there's probably a little bit more of a middle-grounded perspective there, where you have the groups of people that hate each other, where they both feel justified in some capacity, and that's why they justify taking over each other's land. You know, that's why we have to obviously come to some kind of a peaceful resolution. Not that Trump is helping that, because he left Palestine out of the conversation of the last Middle Eastern peace conflict treaty. So that's not very helpful. But hey, thank God we voted him in instead of that genocidal Kamala Harris. It's so terrible.
Like, there's no way he has the indecency of trying to launder his reputation by donating to my fundraiser that I put together as a reason to say, like, look, you see, I've paid my penance. Now I get to fucking attack the person who organized the fundraiser for a year with an extended crash out. That is a self-inflicted wound simultaneously by calling virtually everyone in his vicinity. Ethan, who clip-chimps versus a guy who just reads. I mean, this person has a degree, okay? it's not an accident that virtually everyone with a Middle Eastern studies degree has an entirely separate opinion. Real. He put a clip of you thanking him in the Nuke. That's fucking gross, dude. Yeah, I guess, bro did tithing and paid his way into being pro-Palestinian. No, he did his tithing, so now he can, like, advocate to fucking... Now he can advocate to ban and censor everyone who is pro-Palestinian, okay? You don't understand.
Invasion of the country premised on absolute nonsense of destroying the Palestinian Liberation Organization, because like Ethan is claiming about Hamas...
If you're going to talk about this as much, why not just watch and respond in full? It'll suck, but it'll be like their main criticism of you. No, to them, you know, if anyone in the wild goes, hey, why don't you watch the video? Tell them, why doesn't Ethan talk to Hasan publicly? Yeah, because they're going to fucking...
Well, the problem here is that you're watching everybody talking about Ethan, but disagreeing with him instead of watching the video. Like, yeah, talk to Ethan. Give me something to watch. Give me some content. But you're sitting here wasting everyone's time watching other people's edits of what Ethan said instead of just watching Ethan. It's very clear that you're afraid to actually watch his video because you're going to get fucking... You know that you look like an absolute moron and you can't claim that he just clipped you out of context because there is no context that you could provide. Because if you could, you would just pay somebody to go find the context in any of your old VODs. But you obviously refuse to do that. So instead, you're watching other people's bad faith interpretations of Ethan because you know you don't have any meaningful response to it. If you're going to spend the time even talking about it, then yeah, why don't you just watch what he actually says? That is a meaningful, reasonable thing to ask. What are you talking about?
They're going to criticize it regardless. I'm not going to sit through 2 hours. You can bring up all of those points.
I'm not going to sit through 2 hours. I'm just going to sit here and watch 4 hours of other people talking about it.
In person, if you would like to, you know?
And other organizations now, they were allegedly evil terrorists who couldn't be dealt with. Israel destroyed places like Beirut, killed over 10,000 people, and inflicted horrors on the people there. And yet in Ethan's video, oh, Israel's just at war with people. He's unwilling to actually engage with the...
I'm sure that there's a level of truth to that. I don't know how much the truth is to that, but I'm sure there is a level of truth. It's probably why Ethan calls Netanyahu a war criminal. I don't know if anybody knew that Ethan did that. It seems to be something they like to, you know, kind of leave out in a meaningful way.
History of Israel and how it was a settler colonial project that was only made possible after it got imperial backing from the British through the Balfour Declaration in 1917. And then...
Okay, so when you say it's a colonial project, just to be absolutely clear, here's the problem, right? This guy maybe has a degree. I don't really know. Here's what I do know. 6 million Jews died in World War II. Okay? They were genocided. After that, they said, we really need a place to stay. And so what Britain had control over the territory of Israel, they said, here, take that, and you can go settle. When you call it some kind of colonizer settling thing, all you're really communicating to me is that you're downplaying the literal genocide of Jewish people. 6 million of them, and them wanting to say like, hey, we need to go somewhere for just us because the entire world hates us. The United States won't take us as refugees. European countries hate us. Arabic countries hate us. And then a bunch of Arabic Jews said, fuck, let's go over here because our own country hates us. You want me to just completely ignore this common sense? The way you're framing it makes it seem like this guy hates Jews. I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's just a colonizing project. Israel was founded because 6 million Jews were fucking slaughtered. What are you talking about? I just feel like the way that you're saying this, it's meant to downplay the genocide of Jewish people in World War II. So what the fuck? What is happening here, dude? What the fuck?
And then eventually removed the British from the land and has since had support from the Americans and the entire West. And so Ethan, if even early Zionists like Ze'ev Jabotinsky, whose ideology went on to inspire the Likud Party, could see in 1920 that no indigenous people are willing to give up their land for stand up and fight back, why are you making near 2-hour videos demonizing people for having some sympathy and understanding of why Palestinians might engage in armed resistance and why this is in no way equivalent to the behavior of countries like...
That's not the conversation Hasan had with the terrorists that he brought on the stream. If he had talked about that, that would have been a totally different conversation, but he didn't. He asked him what his favorite anime was and downplayed them attacking other ships that had really nothing to do with Israel. But okay.
Like Israel, or their backers like America, who on any metric have committed far greater crimes than any Palestinian organization.
Ethan will pull the Sam Seder card. Be aware. What is he going to do? I don't think he can pull the Sam Seder card by pulling out Sam Seder, considering that he's afraid of talking to Sam Seder. You're handling in a grown-up way while he's having a toddler tantrum. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly, guys. I'm a grown-up.
All right. He would bring in Ben Shapiro.
I'm a boy. I'm a man in a boy's world. Oh, sorry. Ethan's just a boy in a man's world, and Hasan's is a man who loves to play with little boys. You know what I'm saying? Since you keep bringing up IShowSpeed at the Royal Rumble, I figured I'd say that. And there it is again. There's another chat of it. Okay, Hasan, try being in the Royal Rumble. This whole fast talk isn't working on us. Papa Gut and I will be watching Speed at the Royal Rumble, buddy. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Oh my god. Thank you for the fucking $5.
I would love to debate Ben Shapiro on Israel. That's number one. Number two, that's a wild thing to do. I don't think Ethan would openly recognize that he is like closer to Ben Shapiro than myself on the issue. Okay. All right. Yeah. I think maybe in the past he probably would have brought Sex Pestiny on, but I don't think he'll do that since he's actively trying to. He did on his video log. Wait, he did? I thought he was actively trying to. I thought he was actively trying to hide his associations there. He literally used graphic emergency calls from the Cupid team to dunk on Frogan. He defended him.
I don't think Ethan would ever talk to Destiny, and I'll tell you why. Okay, because Ethan would never talk to me, and I know that sounds so weird, but I remember they talked about me a little bit, and then Dan said, "Oh, we don't really know enough about Papa Got to talk to him." If they're not willing to take a shot at having a conversation with me because I've had some controversial issues, you think they're ever going to talk to Destiny? This whole idea that like Ethan couldn't have Destiny on the fucking heartbeat is kind of stupid from Hasan, and he knows that. But they're obviously not going to talk to Destiny. He's right about some things, especially when it comes to Hasan, but he's also a fucking scumbag. So
he called Epstein a fellow streamer. You should only learn everything about the videos of the chatters. I think so. OC's opponent for 2024 is currently on our third rug pull of the week. The first 2 coins made her like 30K each. I got scammed by this whore. Don't buy. He said Epstein was banned for calling black protesters inbred, but not what he actually got banned for. What? Okay. All right.
What?
Let's talk about the medical jet. Okay. Medical jet carrying 6 crashed in a Philadelphia neighborhood. I believe 7 people have died.
Is that it? Oh my god, it's over. Holy fuck. The Hasan video apartheid is finally over. Jesus Christ.